All right, everybody, welcome to Wrestling with Reality. I'm John. Of course, joining me, as always, is my partner, Mr. Rich. Rich, what's going on, brother man?
What's up, dude? I'm having a good time tonight out here in the hot state of Phoenix, Arizona, and you are in New York in the nice weather. I'm doing good, man. I hope you're doing good, and it is basically Austin 316 night, I guess you could say, on Wrestling with Dozon.
Hook 'em, buddy. Come on. Right, there's for you, Sean.
That's for you.
Dozon ate our signs again. The guy he is.
What a guy. He Dozon chopped Hitler into ending World War II.
He's just a jam up guy like El Dandy.
Dude, he taught El Dandy.
You know what's so funny? Anytime I put an El Dandy clip up thing, bro, that thing fucking gets tens of thousands of views every time I throw an El Dandy clip up there on Facebook.
Dude, imagine what you'd get if you put a Dozon clip up.
I gotta find them. Those things, you're not just gonna find them on YouTube, okay?
Yeah.
You're just not gonna find them on YouTube. That man is a treasure. It's if you have Dozon clips, they're worth like $10 million each. That's how rare.
You had to be there to experience it.
Just the greatness of him.
The greatness.
The fucking man himself, Ricky Dozon.
Could you imagine if you had some Polaroids of Dozon?
If I had anything of Ricky's, if I had a fingernail clipping of his, I'd be a happy man.
His luscious lock of fro.
Yeah,
his tens of fans would go nuts.
He's the greatest icon in the history of professional sports. The man brought the Japanese back after World War II.
He's too good for them to make a Netflix like they did that Hulk Hogan that didn't draw flies to shit.
That guy wasn't as big as Dozon.
No way.
Fucking goof.
He didn't have to wear the red and yellow. He was cool the way he was.
Oh, see, I like this one that Sean gave here. Dozon 316 says, "I just became the GOAT."
Absolutely.
All right, let's check in with everybody. All right, welcome everybody.
I don't know what greatest of all time means, but I know what the GOAT is.
That's damn Ricky Dozon right there.
It's damn Ricky Dozon.
Laza, what's up, brother?
What's up, Laza?
I coach high school girls soccer. I have a girl that is so intense and physical with how she plays. I had a shirt made with her, the last name on it, and 316 under it. She opens a
That is awesome, dude.
Tony,
you're father of the fucking year.
Tony's an amazing guy. Anyways, one of my longtime friends from the military and stuff. And when you do that, Tony, you're even cooler than I already thought you are. And that is pretty hard because you're an amazing dude.
Yeah, what a Tony, great that's badass, man.
That's the best coach of the year.
Yes. Dad of the year.
Damn right, buddy. Sean, what? Jeremy says prayers and good vibes. Appreciate in advance. 2 doctor's appointments lined up starting tomorrow and another one in August. Hopefully things get sorted out. We're praying for you, brother.
Absolutely.
My man Rand is here with
the Doomsday Reporter.
Doomsdayness. We got 3 earthquakes, a typhoon in 2 hours, 1 in Japan, another in California, and Venezuela all at once with a nuke factory going off in Iran. All right.
Rand, you're my favorite Canuck.
He's fucking great, Rand. He is. He's great. I am getting a Thunder Rain SmackDown night. All right. Dozon 3:16 p.m. Dozon every day in all of our books, folks.
Dozon for life.
It sure as hell is, bro. So how you doing, man? What's new?
Doing good, man. We're getting closer and closer to this Conor McGregor fight, and I can't tell you how excited. I talked to you about it. I talked to Rewind about it. I talked to Jude about it. I'm pumped, dude. I've been waiting 5 years for this. It's been hard being a McGregor fan, and loving the sport of MMA and having your favorite fighter not be fighting and getting into all this controversy and shit. And I got to be honest with you, it's been nice seeing his recent interviews lately. He seems like he's sobered up. He seems like he's found some sort of higher calling or purpose or higher power, whatever you want to call it. I've seen a different Conor McGregor, and I'm thinking we're going to see a different Conor McGregor in this cage. I'm hoping he fights his 2 fights out. He's decided not to re-sign with the UFC, and I'm hoping we see him maybe on a major Netflix card or BKFC, which I tend to believe he'll be in BKFC. But I'm excited, dude. MMA is much better, in combat sports in general, when you have a guy like that in there. Regardless of how you feel about him, the guy prints money, and he's fun to watch. His press conferences are memorable. He holds all the high spots in the pay-per-view ratings and stuff like that. and that should still be championed. I feel like, he reminds me of Scott Hall to wrestling, but in MMA form. Because I'll be honest with you, like, everybody should be sending a portion of their check to Scott Hall's family, thanking him for the guaranteed paychecks that he created. And Conor McGregor too. MMA fighters before Conor weren't making the money that they are now. So, and that's a fact. You can go look. If people were bitching about Dana White's pay now, they should go see back then. When the Coutures and the Chuck Liddells and the Tito Ortizes were fighting, they weren't making pennies compared to him.
The champs were making like 25 and 25, 25 to show, 25 to win, 50 to show, 50 to win, maybe. 100,000 was huge.
Absolutely. So I'm going to say this, I'm rooting for him. I hope he wins. I know the odds are stacked against him. Max Holloway's a tall order. I think he has a path to victory if it's in the first couple rounds. Obviously the longer the fight goes on, history shows he's never good in the championship rounds. But he's got a touch of death in his left hand. So if he connects with that, show's over for Max Holloway. And I'll say this, Max Holloway's showing when we streamed, against Oliveira was not good. It wasn't good. He didn't look good. His stand-up, even if Oliveira would have let him up, didn't look good. And he's going to a weight division that he's never fought in. I think it might slow him down a little bit. I think we're in for a show, guys, is what I'm trying to say.
Oliveira fought at that for the BMF title.
What's up?
Him and Oliveira, they were at 170 for the BMF title.
Yes. This is at 170 as well.
Yeah, this is his second fight, actually, for Holloway at 170. And the first one wasn't good.
That's what I'm saying. His performance was bad. He looked sluggish. And I think that Conor is a much bigger guy in terms of that. And if Conor doesn't have to have a weight cut and he's got that touch of death in his left hand, there's a good potential that he can knock him out in the first couple rounds. So
Conor's cutting weight to get down to 170, dude. He was
not a lot though.
Mind.
But not a lot.
20 pounds, easy.
At least 20 pounds. Yeah.
And you got to figure he hasn't cut weight in fucking years.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying he's not going to make it, because he is going to make it. I guarantee.
He always makes it. He's never not made it.
Yeah. It's going to be different when he hasn't done it in a long time.
That first leg kick is going to tell the story of the whole fight.
I'll tell you this though, like, I'm not going to bet on him and say I think he's going to win, because I think there's a really good shot that he does, but I think probably Max is way better than him now at this stage, probably. But I'll say this though, it's better for the business if he wins.
It is. All day long.
Because if he loses and gets knocked out or choked out, you've just ruined even more of the mystique off of him, because he did not look good the last few times he was in there. And if he loses again, his marketability is going to start to go down. So you want him to win this if you're a fan of combat sports, to me, because it's going to make it much better for BKFC if he's a winner going out of the UFC.
Not just that, but you got to understand something. Like, the respect I have for him, he could have took the Chandler fight, and look at how Chandler looked. Mm-hmm. He could have requested a tune-up fight and fought a fucking nobody, but he's coming back and fighting Max fucking Holloway. There's got to be some, even if you're not a McGregor fan, there's got to be some sort of respect to that. Like, 5 years off, you've had the most devastating leg break, didn't know if you were going to come back, or walk for that matter. And you come back and you fight one of the baddest literally the guy that just had the baddest motherfucker belt. There's some respect to that. And I got to say this. I know we're doing the goof of the week later, but something that qualifies, I think, are these fucking news reporters that are talking about when he had his leg break and how he took PEDs to get his leg better. I want to point out something. The man, they weren't even sure if he was going to fucking walk again. To be able to play with his kids, to be able to hold his kids, to be able to do anything without a cane. Okay. The fact is, he got out of the testing pool, wasn't actively competitive or anything like that. So it's not like he was cheating in the sport or participating in the sport while he was on these PEDs. A doctor gave him the prescription for these things to help him advance his healing, and he healed. And he healed great, and he's walking. He's able to compete again. That should be praised in the fact that we didn't even know if we were going to see him again. you know, and I think it's fucking really shitty of these biased fucking journalists that are coming out and attacking him and saying he took PEDs, making it like he's doing it while he's actively competing. That couldn't be any further from the fucking truth. So,
what did he admit to taking?
They didn't say, but it was definitely on the banned substance list. I think we all know he was on anabolic steroids. I mean, his head turned rounder than fucking shit.
Yeah.
You know, he was huge. So obviously he took some sort of anabolic steroid, but it wasn't while he was actively competing.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. I think everybody realizes what he was doing. There was no mystery and secret to that. You don't go from that
Who wouldn't
side.
do that in that situation if you were faced with you weren't going to fucking walk again? You know,
you have to do what you got to do. You know,
especially you with your injuries. You know that if it meant that you weren't going to walk again or be able to do anything with your children, it was either that or you take PEDs to you know, fuse your leg back together and get back in so you can make a living. You're going to take the fucking PEDs. You know,
absolutely. You're going to do whatever you need to do. You know, I get it. I'm not knocking it. And he wasn't fighting at the time. So,
no,
you know, he wasn't fighting at the time. So,
total fucking bullshit reporting that they're just trying to suck the air out of this guy's return. And, you know, I think it has a lot to do with obviously his stance in politics and stuff like that. He's a pro-Trump guy. You know, the UFC just did the White House shit. And I think that they're attacking him, not just that, but, you know, the rape allegations, everything else. Like, it's crazy, man. Like when this guy comes out, you should be celebrating greatness on a return, and they're just bagging on this dude. And he's even being humble about it. He's not even going after him. He's just like, what the fuck, you know?
I agree, Rand. He was awesome in Roadhouse. So
he did great.
He was fantastic in it. He was a great heel in that movie.
Yeah.
And he was juiced up to the gills in that movie too, doing it. He was fucking ripped in that one.
Yeah, for sure.
What's up, His Airness? Nice to see you again, my friend. Laza said Dustin beat Connor in Connor's last fight. Max beat Dustin in Dustin's retirement fight. Will be interesting seeing Max against Connor.
They wrote Gaethje off too, and guess what? Gaethje just smoked the unbeatable. So,
speaking of goofs, fucking, let's go to one of our goofs of the week already. Since Laz already mentioned him here, I already got him queued up here. Dustin Poirier, this
P-head
guy.
Dustin P-head Poirier.
What a dope this fucking guy is, man.
This guy paints himself as the family man,
good guy,
the fucking good guy, the humble fucking country bumpkin from fucking wherever the fuck back arse of nowhere that he's from. Give me a fucking break.
So this dope goes out and gets shit-faced apparently at about fucking 8 o'clock in the morning. His flight was or something.
6:30 at night.
Oh, okay. Wasn't he trying to get through it? I thought it was 8 in the morning or something like that.
From what I read, it was 6:30 at night.
Okay. Either way, this idiot is 6.
He was released, I think, at 8 in the morning.
Yeah. Okay. There it is. Released at 8 in the morning. He's not just fucking 3 sheets to the wind, not just 6 sheets to the wind. He's 16 fucking sheets to the wind in this day. Apparently becomes very abusive on the flight in some way and disruptive. And the flight, the pilot had him kicked off. So then he gets arrested for public drunkenness. And here comes the body cam footage of it. And if you thought this guy was a good guy after seeing this, the alcohol showed this guy's fucking true character. And it came out in droves in this. And why don't I play the body cam footage so you can see for yourself what I'm referencing, because I don't want to mislabel it. So I don't have to worry about copyright here because this is free. You know, this is by the Atlanta Police Department who released this. So here you go.
Whoa. Let's go, big dog. Let's go, big dog.
What's going on?
What's up? Bunch of hoes. Let's go. Let's go.
Relax.
No, they fucking lying, motherfucker.
What a douche.
Yeah, pull me off the plane. All my boys went to the fucking crib. Now what the fuck?
And this is why he got
all right. You Dustin Poirier?
Man, fuck you, bro.
All right, just relax.
Man, fuck you and fuck her and fuck her.
Let's stop it right there. This cop, I'll say this here. This cop has the fucking balls of a fucking pea. All right. This guy is drunk
I
and
think
abusive.
to be fair, I think this is a TSA agent. I don't think this is a cop. But
okay. If this is a TSA agent, no problem. If this is a cop, that's letting this guy bully him like this and do it.
Yeah.
I get de-escalation, but this guy is aggressive right from the start. So just listen to him even more here, guys. So either this cop or TSA agent, whoever this is with the body cam, he's either a saint or a dope. One of the other.
TSA does have body cams. Let me just put this in perspective. He's already called these two women fucking hoes.
Yeah.
You know, screamed at them, said that he got thrown off. His friends, if he wasn't doing anything wrong, his friends wouldn't have left him. His friends continued on the flight because he was probably being a douchebag. He got thrown off the fucking plane, right? And now he's trash talking a TSA agent that literally only asked him his name.
Yeah. And realizes right off the bat that this guy, okay, he says believes it was, I couldn't believe that was a cop. I can't either that a cop would allow him to get away with this, but
that's why he ends up calling the cops. You'll see the cops end up showing up.
Gotcha. Definitely makes sense then. Okay. Yeah. So I get it, but this guy's still supposed to be a secured officer of the airport and
correct.
But hey, he's probably really intimidated by this guy anyway. He's a former light heavyweight champion.
Absolutely.
I would be, you know,
look at the dude.
I would be.
And he looks like he's on some sort of growth hormone or something himself here.
Yeah, 100%. Mixed with alcohol, bad idea as it is. Hothead, this guy is already, you know, a fighter already. You know this guy's going to be a tough son of a bitch right off the bat. So this guy who is the agent, the TSA agent apparently, is just getting abused by this asshole right off the bat. And the guy's trying to be nice as hell because he realizes that this guy's drunk. He realizes this could get bad really fast because this is a UFC fighter, UFC champion. And then here's more from Dustin.
I'll fight you right now.
No, I don't want to fight, bro.
I'll go with you right now.
Bro, I don't want to fight, bro. I don't want to fight.
Let's go.
I don't want to fight.
Let's go.
Radio, have you?
Yeah, tell him, come on.
Get a couple of
because it's gonna be bad,
bro. Just
it's gonna be bad, my nigga.
No, bro.
What's up,
bro? Relax.
You want to fight?
What a joke this guy is.
Dude drops an N-bomb right there.
Yeah.
Pussy.
Pussy, calling him a pussy.
No, he's calling him pussy in front of
Bro,
women.
relax, bro. Relax.
He's
bro.
ready to tase him right here.
Relax.
Bro, I'm gonna bang you up.
Bro,
Bang you up.
I'm gonna do it.
Just relax.
Give me a good one.
Yo.
Now here's the cop right here.
They kicked him off the flight.
Hoes,
This
bro.
guy's a UFC
Bitch
fighter.
ass
bro.
fucking bitch.
You know.
What's going on, brother? Talk to me. Man, the bitch is fucking lying hoes, man.
That's a big cop too.
That's like Cyril
Just
Gahn
arrest
pulling
me.
up on your ass.
Yeah, just arrest me, man. Just arrest me.
That's the best way, dog. Hey, pound it.
All right, man.
Now you did a great job, bro. You did a great job. You did what you could.
What the fucking bipolar nuttiness was that right there?
Listen, I'm all for listen, I'm not gonna our drug addictions have both been talked about. I'm not here to pick on somebody who has a mental health problem, which he has come out and admitted since he's retired, he's had a hard time with alcohol and his dad had past issues with alcohol and all that stuff. That's all fine and dandy, okay? My problem is he the way he portrayed himself to the public and all this stuff, and the way he bagged on people, including Conor McGregor, including a bunch of different other fighters, when they would have issues hit them, like John Jones and stuff like that, he would go out and attack them verbally and shit like that. And now he's expecting everybody to just, oh, it's Dustin Poirier, feel sorry for him because he donated some money to fucking charity. I'm sorry, dude. I don't feel sorry for you. The way you carried yourself there showed who the fuck you are. You called two women hoes, tried to attack a TSA agent because he asked you your fucking name, and when you're a guy like that and you have that celebrity status, you've been a what was he, a lightweight champion?
Yeah, he was the lightweight, 155,
so,
I believe.
155 champion. You're a guy, you're an analyst on the UFC network, on Paramount and stuff like that. You're supposed to be a representative of all that. You have your charity work that you do, the Good Fight Foundation, all your different business ventures and stuff like that. And this is how you carry yourself in public. I don't understand that. You totally you did a 360. This is a real John Jones move right here. And
people have been saying this about this guy for years, that he's a phony. And
There it is.
Yeah, I mean, it shows you right there. He's got a different side of him for sure. You
Yeah.
know, don't drink and do drugs, kids. 100% right there. That's your prime example.
What a fucking what a shame. This guy was looked at with respect and stuff like that, and then you do something like this, and it's like, bro, like,
you know what that just cost him?
oh my god. And he'll be lucky if he gets to continue to do the shit with the UFC on being an analyst and stuff like that. I guarantee
He's
he'll never be on
he's
there
going to be
again.
on a long hiatus. I'll tell you that.
He'll never be on there again.
You know, Dana's pretty nice about giving people a second shot usually, you know, so I'm sure they have a pretty good relationship, and Dana has had his issues first. I'll say that about Dana. He's a vindictive guy when he wants to be, but often he is forgiving too. So he can
when it comes to assaulting police officers and TSA agents, I don't know how kindly they're going to look on that.
I mean, he lets people get away with a lot of shit. So
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to say he's going to put him on a hiatus for a while, I'm sure. But I don't think it's completely over for him. But was he ever really that big of a name anyways that it's going to make one lick of difference to their production?
Well, he's retired.
Yeah, he's not on there. And he's a new analyst. I've seen him a couple of times, I think. I don't think he's that good. Do you?
I don't think he's good as an analyst. I think he was a great fighter. You know, he was on the level of a Donald Cerrone, I would say. The one of the greats that never won the actual champ. He was an interim champion. You know,
Mm-hmm.
It's a shame to see this because you want people to live up to their moniker that they appeal to the public. You want him to be that kind of guy where they were calling him a great dad, a great husband, a charitable man, all these different things, which to some extent he has done those things, right? But
Sure.
when you have moments like this, it's kind of like in the UFC, you're only as good as your last fight. In this case, you're only as good as your last appearance. He's got a lot of cleaning up to do. This is a PR nightmare for him.
He was saying that, it's been very hard on him to, since he retired from fighting. I mean, then why did you retire if it was so hard on you? You weren't ready for it, man.
I'm going to be real with him. Like that sounds like his PR fucking person told him to say that kind of thing.
He was 36. It's not like he had to get out of there or anything like that.
Yeah.
He wasn't getting embarrassed every time he went out there. He was still putting on great fights. Right. I mean, if you had to retire, like you said, I think it's a big cop out right there.
It is.
It's a big cop out.
Yeah.
Les made a good point.
He said, look,
Connor and his team attacked the UFC bus, yet Dana and UFC work things out later on, so you never know.
Well, look at Khabib. Him and his crew jumped in the cage after the Connor fight, and I mean,
if Dana can make money off you, he'll forgive you.
I just have a feeling because it involved police like that. I don't know. Maybe.
He's got a lot of cleaning up to do. That's for sure. Like you said,
not a good look. No. Not a good look. I think that earns him the goof of the week for sure.
Yeah, he's definitely up there. There's going to be a second one that we're going to get to here shortly too, because there's always multiple goofs in a week that we get. So Dustin's going to get the Don. He needs the stern treatment right here.
A fucking goof. He's a fucking goof. Jeez. Anybody who knows him knows he's a goof.
Well, we might as well get into the next goof of the week while we're at it. We're on fire here with goofs because these are a part of our stories anyways. So my pick for goof of the week, Dustin's right up there for sure for me. I agree with him. But my pick is going to go to none other than Bully Ray. Bully Ray, God. This fucking guy. What a scumfuck this dude is, And this isn't just because of, him starting shit again this week and the drama that's surrounded him. I've never liked Bully Ray. Have you?
There were points in his. I'm not going to say I was never a fan of him. There was points that I liked the Dudley Boys. There was points that I liked him as Bully Ray. There was points that I liked him when he was doing his singles run in WWE. But if he was missing from the program, it's not like I wouldn't have stopped watching. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was never a needle mover. He was never there was never a moment in wrestling that I've ever felt, oh my God, if Bully Ray wasn't on the TV, I would just go crazy, and he's a douchebag, you know what I mean? Like, he's a legend of his own mind. Is he a legend? Absolutely. Is he on the level of like a Stone Cold or an Undertaker? No. but he would make you believe that he was, you know?
Oh, bro. You'd think he's the smartest dude in wrestling history. That nobody's ever had an idea like this guy.
Yep.
So he went on Busted Open, which I gotta say, I haven't listened to Busted Open forever, and I used to listen to it every day. I couldn't take him anymore. I couldn't take listening to the trash.
Is Mark Henry still on there?
I don't listen to it anymore, but I would assume he is. You know, like Mark Henry's terrible.
I think when they signed Natalia, that was about it for you.
That's the death blow right there. But even before, irrelevant to her.
I know you have a secret crush on her, and I got a picture of it. But
sorry, I just threw up a little bit in my mouth right there. There's nobody really on there anymore that entertains me. Tommy Dreamer is the mopiest, whiniest fuck in the world all the time too, and we'll talk about him in a little bit, I'm sure too. Bully Ray is insufferable, insufferable, whatever the fucking expression is, or whatever the word is. He is just awful. And LaGreca is just cringe at best, man. Just awful. Like that, the worst takes. It's terrible. And I used to love it. It's just became awful. But Bully Ray goes on Busted Open, and Busted Open is busted. I agree. It's terrible now. It used to be great, in my opinion. It's just gotten awful. So Bully Ray went on the Busted Open show, which is the biggest podcast in professional wrestling. There's no doubt about it. Guaranteed, 100%. Zip it, Sean. Zip it.
Yeah, but Sean, you would listen to a bunch of drunk ramblings of Ric Flair on there too. So
he would. He'd love it. Fucking Natty made nothing better ever. But Bully goes on the show, and he's talking about Moxley and the Death Riders, and basically says, which I agree with this part, that the Death Riders are the most worthless faction ever, and they're terrible.
They are. They started. I'll say this: when they first started, I thought they could have done something with it, but they went way the other way. So
it sucked. The people in it sucked to me. It was terrible.
Which one do you think is more worthless, the Wyatt Six or the Death Riders?
Wyatt Six. No doubt about it, Wyatt Six. At least they got Moxley in the Death Riders, because I do like Moxley for the most part. Like, I think he's really talented and definitely a big fan of his work through the years. I know he's not everybody's cup of tea, but, you know, I definitely don't hate Moxley like some people do. And I get why some people don't like his style, and I get that part. But he was the only good part of the Death Riders to me. Everything else sucked. Just fucking terrible. So Bully goes on to say they suck, basically. And then he went on to go and say that John Moxley is a fraud, and he went on to claim that he could beat the living shit out of John Moxley. Do you think Bully Ray would beat the shit out of John Moxley?
Sean, first of all, the Cheeto fingers, you know, when she belches it, I challenge anybody to go and do an autograph signing with her and listen to her belch and smell it after. You will never look at Cheetos or her the same again, and you will feel the exact same way I do. But moving on, I couldn't agree further with you on this. Moxley is very talented. The group is the shits. You know, they did the learning tree shit with Jericho, and Jericho's great, but the learning tree sucked. You know, it happens. Not everything you do is going to be a home run in the wrestling business, you know. Moxley by himself, I think, does his best work. I don't think he ever needed a faction. The whole idea around his character that he was a lone wolf, so it's kind of even against his own character. What's up, Ricky? You know, yeah, Bully Ray is a fucking moron, and you know it's easy to talk from the sidelines and say shit like that, Bully. You know.
So Bully ended up getting he ended up getting the attention of somebody I wouldn't want to get the attention of, to be honest with you, and to piss off. And this guy's a notorious hothead too, and he's legit. And Bully Ray pissed off and got the interest for some reason of Josh Barnett, former UFC champion, heavyweight champion. And
was he a heavyweight champion?
Yeah, he was heavyweight champion.
Wow.
Yep, he was ex-UFC heavyweight champion. Pride champion too, I believe.
For some reason, I thought he was interim. I didn't know he actually got the actual.
Yeah,
belt.
I believe he did. I believe he had the belt. I don't believe he had it for very long, but he did get the belt, I believe, in his day.
Wow.
So, but Josh is a legit tough guy. I think Josh and Mox are probably friends because of the Bloodsport promotion that Josh owned and would put on every year. And I think Mox did a bunch of the shows, so I'm sure they probably became friends, which is why Josh decided to chime in here. So Josh went on to say, interesting take here, Bully. Mox can handle himself just fine, so he doesn't need me to fight any battles for him. But if you ever have the itch to feel what it would be like to have your ass kicked so thoroughly to the point of epic humiliation, I can help you with that. I can not only beat the shit out of you," and he quoted that, "but do it so in a way to make your ass kicking legendary. For you, anytime, just ask."
You know that Bubba Ray Dudley is sitting behind his computer almost in fucking tears because somebody stood up to him.
Yep.
You know,
100%, bro. 100%. He went on to go back at Josh.
Bad
Josh
move.
Barnett.
Bad
Basically,
move.
I'm going to sum it up, and he went on to say that he is irrelevant, and that Bully made him more relevant now by talking to him, and that he can handle himself just fine too. And
I'm going to laugh and predict because Barnett's gonna find a town that Bully goes to for a wrestling convention or an autograph signing, and he's purposely gonna show up and get the next section over to him or something like that. You know that for a fact.
He's gonna get his hands on him.
We're gonna see a video possibly as funny as when Conan got the shit smacked out of him.
Oh, and that one guy
Yeah.
that had a problem with him I don't remember what the reason was, but he smacked him in the back of like the TNA taping or something like that.
And he slapped and listen, I hope Conan's doing better with what he's going through health issues wise. I'm not trying to bash a man when he's down. I'm just saying it was fucking funny to see karma come full circle. And I think this will happen too.
He got slapped pretty good there. Bully needs to cut weight first. I mean, it's not going to end good for you if you want to fucking sit over there and
it's
go
all
at it
fun and
with
games when
Barnett.
you're typing on a keyboard, man.
Yeah.
It's when you get in real, and I've always said this is like a rule. When you're at a bar and you see a dude with cauliflower ear, you buy the man a fucking beer.
Yeah, he's definitely had his fucking fair share.
Yeah.
What happened with Rampage and Bully Ray and TNA again? What happened with Rampage and him in TNA? I didn't see that.
Did they get scuffle?
Did Bully get fucked up by Rampage when he got a little probably shitty with him or something? Bully is such a douchebag, bro.
Yeah, he could start shit off of anybody.
He really is.
And it's not further from his tag team partner Devon, with the shit he's been stirring up with Jim Ross lately. It's like, give me a break. You waited all this fucking time to be a snowflake,
El Dandy's a better wrestler than Bully Ray by about
El Dandy's a
1,000%.
jam up guy.
He's a jam up guy. He's a hell of a technician.
Shit. If anybody deserves a fucking U.S. title shot, it's him.
Absolutely, man. He's a serious wrestler.
He followed the footsteps of Dozon.
Damn right he did. He trained under him back in the day. And he had the look of a Randy Orton.
He could have used the fucking Mongolian chop. He had that in his tool belt. He
Ricky
just didn't do it.
He gave him permission. And
He gave him permission. He just didn't want to be not a humble man and use that.
He
Because
wanted
knew
to
what
carve
it
his
would
own
have done.
path. That's how El Dandy is. That's why he's a jam-up guy.
I heard when Dozon died, that's when Hurricane Katrina happened. So
It was a sad day.
the world wept.
And then some, and it hasn't stopped.
Yeah.
It'll never stop. It's the loss of an icon.
Yep.
Come on. Doze on it up, baby.
And I just want to thank Dave Meltzer for enlightening us with his great
Introducing.
knowledge and introducing us to the
Yes,
historic greatness that is Dozon that we were totally missing out on because Netflix did not make a documentary like they did that fucking sleazeball Hulk Hogan that never drew flies to shit.
He's no Doze on for sure.
No way. No how.
Greatest draw ever. Damn right, His Airness.
Yep.
We have the smartest listeners of this show, okay? They know it.
I don't know what the GOAT is, but I know what the greatest of all time is.
Fucking Doze on.
Dozon, baby.
Doze on 316 says, I just whooped your ass.
Absolutely.
Pass that shit on to Stone Cold, all right?
I'd go eat some breadsticks at fucking Olive Garden on that.
Meat sauce it up. Fucking get some ranch dressing with that shit. Unlimited salad and breadsticks.
Absolutely.
God darn right, buddy. The great Prophet Meltzer, man. If it didn't happen in the Tokyo Dome or in Kurikan Hall, man, it didn't happen.
Nope.
He really is a lifetime goof. That's why he doesn't even get put on the list, Sean, because
He's the whole list.
He is, man. He's the biggest fucking.
He was the
carny.
inspiration for the goof.
Yeah, he is the carny of all carnies, bro. That this guy has made millions of dollars off the wrestling business by being a lying pile of shit.
Yeah.
What a worker. And he's been doing it for 40 years.
Yep. Gets away with it every day.
You gotta fucking love that, man. What a world we live in.
Guy never wrestled, never participated in the wrestling business, never worked for any of the companies. He's been a bank robber ever since, fucking stealing the money off the wrestling community.
The biggest jabron, man. Just a schmuck.
Jabron.
Mark of all marks, like as Herda said. Absolutely. Yep. Lifetime goof, as Sean said.
But we will forever be grateful.
Because he introduced us to the Dozon.
He did, dude. It's changed my life.
Mine too, every day.
I wake up every day and ask one question.
Yep. What would
Ricky Dozon do?
Yep. Absolutely, man. Thanks to Dave for that one, at least.
That's why
we don't have to
throw up the too sweet to you.
Yep. We'll give him a Dozon horn right there. I'd love to interview Meltzer and get him on the show and talk about fucking Ricky Dozon and see how excited he would get.
Oh, dude.
You think we'd get a word in with him?
No. It would be like the Theo Von Jesse Ventura fucking episode. We would just sit there and listen, you know?
He would just go on about Ricky Dozon forever. And if the best part would be just pander with him and just go along with him and just tell him what he wants to hear. Set him up one fucking Easter egg at a time.
I'm not gonna lie, I'd probably just pause my picture and walk away.
You couldn't hold the laughter.
I would just just pause it at this.
Yeah. God. Well, going back to Bully Ray for a second, it gets even better, bro. Your fucking dog, your buddy hops in on this, bro. Your best favorite wrestler. You know who I'm talking about, right?
Who the fuck is that?
Come on, guys. Let me tell you, this is behind the scenes knowledge right here of Richie Riordan, other than his love of Nia Jackson, his licking of the Cheetos off her. His favorite fucking wrestler of all time, and the reason he fell in love with AEW, and there's no coincidence, he stopped watching it when he left. Richie's favorite of all time is fucking Joey Jelly Belly Nutella. He loves
can't even
this guy.
I have picture proof that I was banned and blocked and had a huge online feud with Jelly Nutella. We started the Jelly Nutella name.
What a turd this guy is. Richie loves him, though. He just loves him. He's his fucking BFF, man. He thinks he's great. So Jelly Belly Nutella goes at Bully Ray then and starts fighting with him. It just the wrestling drama when it unfolds over social media is hilarious to watch. So he goes on to get and say that Bully Ray's the biggest douchebag, basically. I'm just paraphrasing this. Goes on to talk about a match they had against, I think it was the Dudleys in 2024 in GCW. And there was a spot in it where he got lit on fire, got lighter fluid all over him, and got lit on fire and put through a table. And apparently he got third-degree burns, and his skin was fucking oozing off, basically, and had to go to a burn unit out there in New Jersey or Philadelphia. And they wanted him to be in the hospital for days. He was really bad. So he went on to say that Bully Ray is the reason that his burns were so bad from this spot, and that he never even called to, check on him and see how he was doing, and that he's an asshole and all these things about him. Then Bully went at Jelly and said Jelly was wanting to do the spot and begged him to do it, to get lit on fire and put through a table by him, and that he was not in the wrong. And then Jelly went on to go say that Bully is a lonely old man who goes and hangs out at the Jersey Shore bars buying shots to 22-year-old girls. What world are we living in when this is like
fucking Joey Nutella doesn't fucking do that shit?
Joey Nutella's still living in his mom's attic,
Listen.
Guaranteed.
Jelly Nutella has nowhere to talk in any of this shit because the spots that he does are so fucking train wreck hillbilly fucking shit that he's got nowhere to even chime in on this. He's not a tough guy. And Bully Ray would break Jelly Nutella over his fucking knee and use him for fire starter. So that's one guy that I know fucking Bully Ray could beat the fuck out of. But
guaranteed.
Besides the point, his fucking words are so irrelevant. I personally want to see Barnett pull up to an autograph signing, walk up to Bully's table, and just paintbrush the fucking shit out of him. I think it would be a great moment.
I think it'd be great if he just snatched him up in one of those German suplexes that he's notorious for and took him to fucking Suplex City
Dude.
right through a fucking table out there.
And just leave him in the pile of shit that he is, you know?
And then when Jelly Nutella's laughing at Bully getting his ass whooped, then Josh just grabs him and puts him in a fucking rear naked choke and just puts him out.
Do you think that there's a work to this, that Bully's trying to get a match with John Moxley in AEW?
No, I think the rumor is we'll get to my next topic here. The rumor is they're trying to that he was trying to deflect the heat off that Tommy Dreamer's been getting over the last few days.
What happened? Okay, so I guess smarten me up on that, because I don't know what's going on with Tommy Dreamer as far as that's concerned.
So
I heard
Dreamer got let go by TNA Wrestling, who has been let go.
And why was that?
He said it was, I think basically like it was budget cuts that, or they were going in a different direction type of thing, or they were going in a different direction basically, because he was running their creative apparently, and that they wanted to go in a different direction and see what they could do differently. And, that he was no longer part of it. And he was very emotional because he's been there forever, literally. Like,
and how many people has he helped,
tons.
Along the way? And I like Tommy Dreamer. He's not the same category as Bully Ray to me. So,
yeah, but Tommy Dreamer, he does some questionable things sometimes too, and he definitely is a human being and makes a lot of mistakes. And I think a lot of people cut him slack sometimes because of it, and a lot of people love him. He's very beloved by many people, so I'll say that too. I'm just playing devil's advocate here. So apparently he got some heat on it because there was a female talent that ended up coming out saying how Tommy Dreamer had done a very inappropriate spot with her that he's notorious for doing, where he grabs women and he spanks them in the ring. And apparently he did this without her wanting to do it, and maybe even grabbed her by the crotch area, and then did it, and it humiliated her and embarrassed her. And people are kind of taking Tommy to task a little bit for this now, because everybody wants to cancel everybody when somebody says something. It's always fact, that one person said it and it's fact, guaranteed them. So they're going after him. So a lot of people have this thought that Bully was trying to deflect off of him and do something. I don't necessarily agree with that. I think Bully's just a fucking douchebag, and I think he was trying to look for some attention in his own way. That's my opinion. But
so you think that this was a direct result of that, and TNA is trying to get rid of the PR nightmare, and just they used budget cuts as an example, as an excuse.
Well, a report came out today, I think it was, that said that wasn't the case of what he said, of them going in a different direction, that they really hated his creative that he was doing there, and they had no faith in his booking decisions anymore. And that there was a lot of things that people didn't like, and it was directly stuff that he had did, and they really didn't want his creative direction there anymore. So that's
what do you
came
think?
out. I think it's the later, and I think TNA is always a clusterfuck of money, and they've released a lot of talent recently for sure, but I don't know how TNA makes any money. I really don't understand how they make any money. Their deal is apparently for like $10 million a year for their streaming on AMC, which is next to nothing because production of a show costs a fortune. And apparently, there's about $50 million a year in expenses. So I can't really see how they could be a profitable company in any way. Could you?
I don't see it being profitable, but I think the only profit that they would be generating would be the stuff that they do with WWE.
And they haven't done anything with them in a pretty long time, apparently.
Yeah.
Listen, Anthem is a notoriously cheap fucking company. And I would say that Anthem has been probably one of the worst things for TNA, even though they've had a bit of a resurgence lately. I think Anthem might be one of the worst things for them because they really don't seem invested in putting anything back into this. I agree with his airness here that it's a big tax write-off for them. And I think the tax write-off portion of it is probably wearing out for them, his airness, and that they don't really get anything out of it anymore, probably, or it's not really worth it for them to sustain. So apparently they're looking to sell it for $50 million. That's the rumor. I don't know where I came up with the $50 million for revenue a year earlier, but that $50 million might have been what they were saying was their expenditures a year. But I know they said that the rumored asking price for TNA is $50 million. And
you think WWE acquires it?
They have the first rights to it, apparently. according to news reports, if they put it up, if it really is up for sale, again, that WWE has the first rights to buy it. And let's be realistic, $50 million to the WWE and to TKO is absolutely fucking nothing. So
Yep.
Do they buy it? If they want to, for sure. I'll tell you who would be interesting if they wanted to buy it, but they're never going to get. If there's any sniffing around that this person really does want to buy something again and do it, there's no way WWE will not match the price that they offer to not allow him. It's a good way for Vince to get his fucking foot in the door if he wanted to. It's got a national TV deal with AMC.
I mean,
right?
That's something.
That's about it. Who else is going to want to buy that thing for $50 million? Nobody.
I think it'd be a waste of time for Vince to do it.
It would be. I'm just saying that's his way if he really wanted to, but they would go back to WWE, and WWE's going to match the price of whatever Vince would be.
Jeff Jarrett's net worth wouldn't even fucking buy half of TNA.
Yeah, Jeff Jarrett is. He's definitely lodged himself out of any deals in the future. He
knows with the wife like he's got, man. His net worth is fucking.
He knows his value. He hooks on. He latches on to Tony Khan all day long for that great paycheck he's getting from him, and he's not running from that anymore at this stage of his life.
And he better make more than that with that fucking lady he's married to.
He's got his podcast. He ain't buying no TNA for $50 million. He didn't have it then. Yeah, I tend to agree with Sean here. I think it's worth about $50. Like the what
and a 5-layer burrito.
I mean, why would anybody, unless they were like Vince, like why would anybody want to buy this? It's never really been profitable from what we see.
I'll tell you this: Vince is actually a smart man. Ain't no fucking way he's buying this piece of shit. He'll go team up with fucking Tony Khan before he gets fucking TNA.
Tony Khan, if he wanted to buy it, they would block him out too.
Well, the thing of it is this. Even if you bought TNA, in the world of wrestling right now, who in the fuck are you going to bring in to elevate your fucking company? There's nobody.
Yeah.
There's nobody. WWE has everyone.
Yeah. And the other top ones are over in AEW.
If you call them top.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm just saying the ones that are outside of WWE are right in AEW.
Exactly.
Who could make a difference for this promotion? Nobody. Rumor has it Aleister Black's going there this week. At Slammiversary.
TNA?
Yeah, that he's going to Slammiversary. Yeah,
what a needle mover he is.
Yeah. Aleister Black has been
I like Aleister Black.
I do too, but he's been fired from everywhere.
But there's obviously a reason why he keeps getting let go.
Yeah. I mean, Billy Corgan can't get NWA to the next level either. I mean, NWA's been a side project of his forever, and we've always talked about we like the first season and all. I know he's on some comment
it's or something. It's the best season that they had, and you can't fucking even buy it.
Yeah, I mean, you can't even watch the old seasons of stuff there anymore. I don't think they've updated their library. I mean, Billy has a lot of money, but he wouldn't do anything to TNA. That's for sure. TK buys TNA as a brand like ROH. Yeah, I mean, he could for sure. I mean, he's the only other one that would want to. Yeah. And what's it going to do to his portfolio? Ring of Honor hasn't done a fucking thing for him.
No.
Tony's a smart guy too, but he loves all these pet projects. He wants to own everything too. I can't see any worth and value other than WWE buying it for their own personal reasons.
Right. I agree with you.
I mean, it could be like another form of developmental for them, which kind of is how they see it now, I think, to kind of elevate their TNA guys, the guys at TNA that are in NXT a little bit, like what they were doing. But they really haven't done much with them anytime soon recently. Right. The guy that runs it now, that Carlos Silva, I think his name is, over at TNA, he's a fucking goof. He's a goof too. Like, it's insane. Yeah, I haven't watched NWA, Sean, really to see anything with it. I don't really pay attention to it, but I see a clip here and there, maybe. They got this jacked up guy that's a champ over there, Mike Mondo or something like that. If that's their champ. That's about all I know that's going on over there. NWA TNA days, those were great.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, those were good. But those days are gone, man. TNA, they have stuck around for 20 some odd years, right?
They stuck around a lot longer than anybody gave them credit for sticking around for. I mean, the Asylum years were great up until the Dixie Carter time, and when they announced that time to try and go to war with WWE, WWE made light work of it and stomped them out. So
Was that the nail in the coffin for them, you think?
I think Dixie Carter getting involved in it was the nail in the coffin. And then bringing in the old, God rest his soul, love him to death, never should have been involved in TNA, Hulk Hogan and Bischoff and Russo and everybody else that they got involved. It was the kiss of death,
I think it's on Max too for the Max people. I believe it might be on there too. But I mean, those first few seasons of Dynamite were really good.
They were awesome.
We enjoyed them thoroughly.
They were great.
It sucks sometimes, like when you see it with things that you liked in the beginning, when they just take a nosedive kind of down and they lose you.
They had a great formula, and what's wild to me is every time in every wrestling company that tries to attempt to be themselves, it's like this to me, and this is what I attribute it to. Like the second they start to go after WWE is the second that they're done. AEW, same fucking thing. First couple seasons, they focused on what they were doing. They weren't focused on WWE. They made a few shots over the bout, just to kind of, be a little bit controversial. But the second they started making everything about WWE is when they failed. It's the same thing with TNA. They go after, they try to do this Monday Night War shit, and they fail. NWA Power, they started signing WWE guys, they fail. It's the same thing over and over again.
If WWE bought TNA, it may end up being like WWE, CW. It may not be the best move. I mean, I'll say this about them when they acquire people recently. AAA is great when I watch it.
AAA is great.
It's fantastic. And, so I'll throw that right there. AAA's been fantastic. So if they do buy it, which I'm sure they probably will, to be honest with you, if I was to guess, I would say that they probably do buy the product from them. I think they will.
They probably will. Well, on the simple fact alone, the libraries, worth something too.
I mean, you got somebody working in WWE right now that's a pretty decent player over there that would be great to run TNA, and it's Jeremy Barash, who was there from the beginning. Very knowledgeable guy from what people say, and very smart mind for the business as well. I believe he's helping out in AAA and NXT and stuff like that too.
I think it'd be cool to see AJ Styles get involved in the product, give it a little, revive.
There's a lot of people that probably could really help that product a little bit.
Well, and let's be honest, WWE's top guys for the past 10 years have all been TNA guys.
Yeah. For the most part, yeah. Really. I mean, look what AJ did.
Yeah.
Prime example.
AEW is filled with TNA guys.
Absolutely. I mean, they've created a lot of great stars through the years for sure.
Yep.
I mean, let's give Joe Hendry some credit when he was number one on the fucking music charts when he was over in TNA doing that gimmick.
Yep.
There's obviously things that they've done right in the business to elevate people. And as you said, a lot of freaking stars. I just think it's been a really long time since they've done it.
Well, who was that guy that was running it that they got rid of?
Scott D'Amore.
When they got rid of him, I felt like that was one of the biggest mistakes they could have made.
Yeah.
Because he seemed like he actually had a direction and some motivation to get the product to where it needed to be. Not on the WWE level of things, not even on the AEW level of things, but something better than where they've been for the past forever.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, they do have a few good stars over there. Like, Nick Namath. I've always thought Dolph Ziggler was a great talent. And I think it's criminal that he's not in the WWE right now. So that's just my opinion.
They've definitely served their purpose well, His Airness. No doubt about it. I think we can all agree to that with TNA, that they have served their purpose through the years. And I think they can still serve their purpose in another way. It's just, I think they got to get the right people behind them, and you got to have a company with some money. And TKO is the right company for it. Listen, is it ever going to be a big profitable venture for them if they buy it? No, it's not. Will it make me make some money? Could they get to that point? I would bet they probably could.
Well, and it's a way to get your younger talent to get more exposure in front of the camera, and not risking the brand of Raw or SmackDown to do it.
And you can still utilize some of the bigger stars that they have on their roster in WWE and have them do a throwback once in a while to give TNA some rub and make them feel even more special, because there's a lot of lineage and history there too. Mm-hmm. So there's ways for them to elevate it for sure and give it a little bit of growth. Are they the number 3 company in the world anymore? I don't think so. I would have to say they're probably about a 4 or 5, maybe. I think AAA in New Japan are more relevant than TNA is right now.
I think so too. That's a fair
And that's
statement.
sad because they have a deal with AMC, you know?
Mhm.
Then it's probably one of the better times for them because they have had a lot of good moments as well that people have liked. It's just the questionable decisions. But when we looked at Tommy Dreamer, is it a bad idea that they're going in a different creative direction from him? Probably not.
I don't think so.
You need to restart it. And there is a bright mind that's out there that can help him out, and it's Road Dogg.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Brian Armstrong, but he's a smart mind of the business too. Do you think Brian Armstrong is a guy that his creative could really help them over there, or do you think he'd just be somebody that would get lost in the shuffle too?
No, I think if you take the handcuffs off that the WWE had on the Road Dogg, you know, I think his when they did that documentary Unreal, I think they did him so fucking dirty because you know, I don't think they showed the whole picture of that scenario, you know, with him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see Road Dogg as being the kind of guy that they portrayed him as. I think he's more vocal than what they gave him credit for. I think he's definitely better than fucking Abyss when it comes to booking and storytelling and shit like that. And you know, you gotta give Road Dogg credit too for his career. Like Road Dogg would get bigger pops sometimes than the biggest stars in the roster of the Attitude Era. You know, when he would come out, he would have the crowd eating from his hand. You know, creatively with his character and stuff like that. So a mind like that over in TNA can only help. You know, and he's been in the big office of the WWE. He's done creative over there. He knows the process. So it can only help. It can only be better for TNA to have somebody like that down there. And, you know, I think that he's a great worker. I think that he was never like a body guy or anything like that. But for somebody who looked like Road Dogg to achieve the goals and the character that he did, I mean, you got to say something with his creativity, you know, because he wasn't a bodybuilder, you know, or nothing crazy like that. And every gimmick that he got, he made work. So I'm a fan of Road Dogg. I don't think it hurts TNA in any way, you know, as long as he's sober and stuff like that. I think he'll bring positivity to it, and I think he'll help it out.
William Regal is a great guy too, for sure. But the reason I go with, like you mentioned, like with Brian Armstrong and like Rand's mentioning here, is that, you know, he's a third generational guy, as Rand said, and he has a history there. You know, he had a good run over there as well, understands the dynamic of it. I mean, he was right over there from the beginning, wasn't he?
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, his dad had moments over there too when he was still alive. God rest his soul. You know, his family had some moments over there. So he was there from the beginning. And he has a smart mind to the business. I think he's a very emotional guy, which I think kind of sometimes is his downfall. Yeah. 3 Live Crew. There you go.
3 Live Crew and Voodoo Kin Mafia.
Yeah, the Voodoo Kin Mafia. Then they have the James Gang or something like that
James
too.
Gang. Yeah, he had a few different renditions of his character over there.
So I think he could do a lot of good. I think he's probably one of the best creative people, you know, that could probably offer a lot to them. And I'll be honest with you too, but it's not going to happen since somebody had mentioned him earlier with Demore. Ren had mentioned him working with Corrigan. He's also got an agreement. He's working with his Maple Leaf Wrestling with AEW as well. So Demore was a real respected guy over there, and somebody that has a really smart mind for the business, people say too. And I really wonder what that decision was all about with letting him go. He was doing a really good job over there apparently too, and was very dedicated to them. He would have been a great person, but I think that ship has sailed. I think that's long sailed. He even wanted to buy the company from them. Yeah. And I think that was maybe part of it right there.
I wonder because that was at the beginning of the time with the partnership with the WWE. I wonder if he was against it.
Maybe.
You know,
maybe he saw the writing on the wall and won the company. You know, he's a very rich guy outside of wrestling. Wrestling apparently is not his big money maker. Apparently, he's a big like real estate tycoon out in Canada, and that he's a very intelligent man with investments and businesses and has a great real estate company that he owns, you know, and that's his moneymaker. Wrestling apparently is his big passion. I've heard that said many times about him. I don't know much about him other than what I've heard, so I'm just reciting what people have said. And he had the money, I guess, to be able to buy that company, which says a lot. And they didn't want to sell it to him. So that WWE partnership probably, as you mentioned, maybe that was his downfall with them, is that he wanted to get it. They didn't want to do it. They wanted to partner with WWE, and Kind of made
I think he wanted to. I think he saw TNA as a product that he could elevate to the next level, and didn't want WWE treating it as it was developmental or any less of it. So
yeah, I mean, I think they've ran their course though in regards to ever competing. It's never going to happen.
it always gets snake bit when it gets some momentum. You know what I mean?
PWR buying TNA would be interesting. They use a lot of talent. TNA as well as a great indie talent. You can see TNA doing well. It bought Pro Wrestling Revolver. Is that what it is? PWR.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I don't know much about them, to be honest with you. So I really don't know anything about them. It has something to do with his trans wife, and something happened backstage at the time with TKO looking to buy them. Okay, interesting. Oh yeah,
Trans wife.
Yeah, his wife is Giselle something. I can't remember her last name. She's the one that
trans.
yeah, she's trans, and she's the one that Rick Steiner was rude to and was making fun of her openly at WrestleCon and got in big trouble a couple years ago. So there's that. Yeah, I forgot that he was with Giselle. So I forgot about that. I don't know.
God bless him.
Yeah. After watching WWE Real, Joseph Park has produced some good matches. He's a doofus, though.
He's such a fucking whiny brat, dude. Like,
he's a doofus, man.
That guy is such an ass sniffer. Like,
is this match good, Triple H? I'm sorry.
Triple H, I love you. I'll do better next time, Daddy.
Yeah, he didn't mean to do that.
Please don't take the whip out.
Yeah, he didn't mean to do that. I'm really sorry. I mean, we didn't go over that. He'd sell anybody out to not look bad. He sold
fucking LA Knight out.
Yeah, he's the military version, what we call a blue falcon. Yeah, he's a blue fucking falcon all day, all fucking day. The blue falcon. If you don't know what a blue falcon is, look it up. It'll tell you. They're fucking scum. Yeah. They're stooges, 100%. Scott's doing well with his Maple Leaf promotion. They've been working with AEW. Yeah, good for him. I'm glad for him. Yeah, Pro Wrestling Rev. All right, got it. I don't know much about them though. Who owns them, Laza? Is it somebody like famous that owns them or something? I've never seen any of their work. Where are they based out of? Give me a little background on these guys. If I do, I would do it myself if I could do three things at once. So you guys always got the good info on stuff. Laza's a fucking talk about a guy that knows his wrestling. Laza does.
Jesus Christ, he knows down to the fucking attire.
Oh my God, he's one of the most knowledgeable guys out there that I've seen with wrestling for sure. Yep. You know what always surprises me, but it doesn't anymore, is Rand too. Rand knows his stuff.
I love Rand's Doomsday reporting myself.
Yeah, his Doomsdays is fucking great. Jeremy's another one, man. That dude knows his shit with wrestling too. He knows a lot more than I do. I'll say that.
Aaron just pulled out the 3 Live crew. I forgot about them.
Yeah, smart. Like I said, smart fucking listeners we got on this show. Because we never claim to know everything about wrestling here, so we rely on you guys sometimes for some knowledge. We rely on you guys for some knowledge sometimes because we don't know everything. We're just fans. Sami Callihan. That's what I thought, Laza. That's what I was thinking. Sami Callihan. All right. Yeah, and he got let go too. He thought he was going to be taking over TNA, and they fired him the next day.
That guy fucking... Ugh.
He's something.
I loved him as a character. I thought his character was cool, and I thought he was going to go somewhere, but Jesus.
Night of Champions.
I won't be watching Night of Champions.
When is it?
I have no idea.
Yeah, when is it? Yeah, Sean's another one. He knows his shit too. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to leave you out there too, Sean. You are the territory guy. This guy has every bit of knowledge about the territories for sure. That's a fact. You know your shit.
A better favorite wrestler.
We all like who we like.
I'm messing around. No, Ric Flair was great back in his day. He's just a fucking schlub now.
Who's in Night of Champions? Let me look up Night of Champions before. Then we'll take a break and get into our main topic. But
what are we doing? We watching fucking Roman Reigns for the 20th goddamn time, getting involved with the bloodline.
Let's see, who do we got? Where's
it?
In
Saudi Arabia.
Oh, I'm definitely not watching it then. No, I hate those shows most of the time.
I'm not endorsing any of that.
It's taking place in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. It's the culmination of the king and queen of the ring tournaments. The winner of those tournaments earning themselves a world title shot at SummerSlam. And then they have WWE champion Cody Rhodes defending his belt against Gunther and Sami Zayn again.
Whoopee.
What? Ew. Why is Sami fucking Zayn in there still?
Oh, they're gonna make him a champion. You watch.
Oh no, please God, no. Who else? Ricky Saints is taking on Trick Williams for the US Championship. There's a steel cage match with Rollins and Breaker, so this is their third match, I believe.
Whoopee.
And then who's the Queen and King of the Ring matches here? I'm not seeing it.
Don't you dare fucking tell me Nia Jax is in the Queen or the
Let's
King.
see. The King of the Ring final is Obafemi versus Jay Uso, and
Wow.
Io Sky versus Liv Morgan.
Ooh.
All right, so let's make predictions. Winner gets SummerSlam right here. So Liv's already a champion, so she's gonna lose to Io Sky, I would think, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so they can give Io a title match. That's pretty predictable. And then because Liv's the champion right now, right? Still,
Yeah, I have a feeling Liv might win that one.
and keep her shot at herself, or lose her belt and get a rematch and use that as a rematch. Is that how she does it?
No, I just think that they're going to do this whole Queen thing, and then they're going to have Io Sky challenge her for the belt and get redemption.
Okay.
I just, it's weird that they would put the champion trying to get a champ, or maybe they're trying to set up Liv to go after Rhea Ripley so they can tell a Dominic Mysterio story with Rhea again. I don't know. I just see something coming out of that.
And then they got in the men's Oba versus Jay. So who's winning this right here? Who you got on that one?
If you don't let Obafemi win this, you are like booking wise, you are a fucking dumbass.
They're giving it. They're gonna give this one to fucking probably Jay, because Brock's gonna probably come in and interrupt him.
You're telling me that Obafemi destroyed Brock Lesnar and he's gonna lose to fucking Jey Uso?
It's a good chance, bro, because think about it right here. They're going to have Brock Lesnar and him go a third time. So they're probably going to want to do it at a bigger stage. And
I'm gonna be honest, does anyone want to see that?
with a number 3 between those two?
Yeah.
I mean, I'd like to see him sum it up since they did it that way, but I really could give a shit less.
You know,
Opa should be
Oba's gonna
going
come
all
on
day.
top.
Yeah, Opa should be going on top all day here. But is Oba ready to elevate him to Roman Reigns? You know, take him on if he wins here? That's why I think Jey Uso is a more logical choice. The reason I say Jey Uso is going to win this, because they're going to have him fucking turn on Roman Reigns with all these guys here real soon. It's coming, you know? If you think they're doing the bloodline again, that shit's not going to happen. They're going to do more
anybody
bloodline fights.
really wanting to see any more of this bloodline
I am
shit?
so sick of the fucking bloodline. That's why I don't watch it anymore. I watch them occasionally when it comes on.
They should have had
from the
Jacob
show.
Fatu beat fucking Roman Reigns and go on a fucking tear.
But no, we got to get the
This
fucking
shit.
Yeah. Roman was great when he came back. We love Roman here on the show. We acknowledge our tribal chief, but I mean, come on. Like, it's getting a little old now with the bloodline here. Let's do something different. But they're not going to stop.
I'm gonna start
at this.
doing this shit when he comes out.
Give him the thumbs down and have a fucking Batista.
Acknowledge me.
Yeah, have Batista put him on his shoulders and give him the fucking electric chair like he did to
Yeah.
Orton back in the day. I mean, Oba versus Brock, Sean said, hard pass for him. You know, they're not going to give Oba the belt against Roman already at SummerSlam. It's not going to happen.
No.
So,
Well,
you
they've been kind of fucking sprinkling the seed of Jey Uso going after Cody Rhodes, and like you said, they're doing the evolution thing where it's like, yeah, go to the other brand and get the title so that the bloodline's on top. He's going for Roman.
100%. And if Jay wins, he's going for Roman too. It's all day going to happen one way or the other here. Brock and Oba is going to be probably at SummerSlam, I would assume, and that's just going to be that. And that's why I don't think Oba's going to get the victory here. And to me, Oba's not ready.
No.
He needs more time to develop. I don't like them beating him a lot, that's for sure. And the only way you're going to make it look okay for him to lose here to Jey Uso is to have Brock come in and fucking cost him the match. That's the only way. Only way.
I guarantee you Obafemi is going to be a mid-card stuck in that fucking area for a very long time.
It's like they don't know how to book people anymore over there, you know?
Well, Braun Breaker, they were all but saying he was going to be the next heavyweight champion. They fucked that up. I mean, they fuck everything up. How do you have the Fiend? I'll take a step back in time here. How do you have the Fiend, which was the hottest thing in fucking wrestling,
And you ruin
and
it.
you squash him in a fucking match with Seth Rollins?
Yep. About sums it up right there.
Yeah, I mean,
it was the hottest thing going. They were making money hand over in fist, man.
That was the coolest thing in wrestling probably since the Attitude Era.
It was pretty
Fiend.
awesome.
Dude, he came out with a fucking head that was his own, as a lantern.
The Firefly Funhouse, Firefly Funhouse was always great to watch.
He was Mick Foley, he was Kane, he was Undertaker, all in one fucking character.
Yeah. And could have done way more with it too. Oba, it remains to be seen. I think he's their guy if they're going to build him up. He's got to be their next big fucking star if they're going to build him up right. But you can't keep having him lose.
He's gonna have to get names under his belt, like LA Knight, people like that. He's gonna have to beat people like that.
That's why it made no sense to me to have Brock come back and squash him. Not squash him, but beat him.
Yeah.
And it made no sense. It was the perfect send-off for Lesnar anyways. And it was the perfect elevation of somebody at the next level to make him into a complete main eventer. And
WWE does what they always do. I mean, they always shit on it's like they make the most beautiful fucking fruit salad on planet Earth, and then they just take ketchup out and just fucking squirt it all over the top of it.
So you can have an irrelevant match at Backlash.
Yeah. Backlash.
Come on. Just wasn't fucking there. Just wasn't there. He wasn't full.
Oh, come on.
Every time I put a Mick clip up on
you
the Facebook.
You sleep in a Ric Flair robe at night, don't you, bud?
Every time I put something up there, he always puts something about Mick with him.
Jesus.
I don't always get interaction from Sean when I put something from Mick Foley or Ric Flair up there.
Sean you would fanboy out if you fucking saw Mick Foley in person, just like the rest of us.
No, I think Sean wouldn't actually. I think Sean's a man that's very strong on what he believes.
Well, I've met both of them, and I'll tell you what, I enjoyed fucking hanging out with Mick Foley way better than I did with that fucking drunk. All right, cue the drunk clip.
Okay, hold on. Anytime you talk about a drunk, for sure, Rick's right in there.
I don't know how to answer that question. That's like, who's your biggest match? What the hell? I've been doing this for fucking 40 years, and you're asking me who the fuck's my biggest
All
match?
right, you're a fucking worthless. You're a fucking worthless drunk. Go to hell, you worthless loser.
Thank you.
Somebody needs to make an AI clip with that being Rick fucking Flair.
I'm sure Rick will have his time on somebody one day.
But then he would sue the piss out of him.
He'd get his $1,000 an hour lawyer.
Yeah.
And his alligator skin shoes. So that's my predictions reading it. Richie's predictions off of Night of Champions, guys. We'll see what happens with it. It's this weekend, so I'm definitely not going to be watching it for sure. So definitely not going to be watching it. Saturday I'm busy. So, but maybe they'll surprise us. I don't know. I hate these Saudi shows with a passion.
You got a better chance of fucking Ricky Dozon coming back from the dead.
Wouldn't that be wonderful if we had Ricky these days?
Dude, I'd interview the shit out of Ricky Dozon.
We need a translator, or Richie, you'd have to study up on your Japanese, but it would be worth it.
I'm just saying, hard work Bobby Walker would be the get of all time.
Guy,
we need to call that railroad company.
Where's Bobby, damn it?
Where's Bobby? Give us his number.
We want Bobby. Tell him.
I want to call Bobby on his Obama phone.
We'll give him a pack of hot dogs and a 12-pack of Milwaukee's Best to come on the show.
Bobby is one of the greatest things since El Dandy.
That's another guy. If we spoke better Spanish,
dude,
that would be fantastic.
I got a translator we can call.
I wish I could speak fluently to go talk to him.
Let's fucking call Ricardo Rodriguez and tell him that El Dandy's coming on.
What do you think El Dandy's doing these days?
He has nothing left to prove.
Nothing else, man. I mean,
dude, he almost got a fucking United States title shot by Bret Hart. Where do you go from there?
Did they ever have a match for the people out there? Did they ever get a match between those two?
I don't know if they did, but could you imagine that fucking dude?
Was that the greatest Bret Hart interview that he ever did, or was it just me?
I don't know. There's been some good Bret Hart interviews after the fact of his fucking sour ass.
I mean, the sour ones are great, but to me, when
Bret Hart's face always looks like he drank a Milwaukee's Best.
when Brett talks,
Dude, he always looks like he's angry.
When Brett is trying to be funny, he's really funny to me. Like,
I'll never forget one of my favorite moments of all time was when they were doing the Hall of Fame match with him in Austin, and they brought him out on the stage, and Triple H came out to shake their hand.
Yeah, and that look on his face.
Dude,
The look
was perfect.
The look on his face was just pure gold.
Yeah, that was perfect.
My favorite one. That he was his second favorite wrestler because his favorite wrestler was Bill Goldberg, and the look on Brett's face was just classic.
El Dandy is in AAA.
Is he really?
That's awesome.
Hold on,
Ain't
we're
no
talking
fucking
about it.
way.
Yeah, sour Brett is great, and condescending Brett is even better.
Dude,
for sure.
Bret Hart is looking more and more like Stu every fucking day, and it's tremendous.
Hold on. Since we're talking about it, I could watch this many times so we can play it. Why not? Hold on. You gotta enjoy a little Danny.
I'm the champion. I ought to know. You know, I've been sizing up guys since I came to WCW. And I think the one guy that stands out the most, the guy that I think has earned a title shot, El Dandy, I think you're a heck of a wrestler. You're a great technician in the ring, and you're a jam-up guy. Whoa. I don't see any reason.
Wait a minute. El Dandy has been wrestling in the cruiserweight division here. Please.
He's a great wrestler.
He's a great wrestler, but my goodness
And
sakes.
he's a great wrestler.
To doubt El Dandy. This guy's a
Who are
serious.
you to doubt El Dandy?
How about hypnosis? Let's get thrown.
Psychosis.
Hypnosis?
Or, you know, you can say what you want. You can try to tear these
About
guys.
hypnosis.
Psychosis has also
He's
been
a high flyer of the highest
Yes, but he's
magnitude. This
still
guy's
a
serious-
cruiserweight. Let's get
Okay, how about Dean Malenko? Give him a title shot. He was a big man, wanted to injure me. Hey, come injure me now, you little punk. He's sitting at home with some kind of hokey injury. This is a real injury, Dean Malenko. This is a groin pull that like you've never seen in your whole life.
Well, he right now is nursing a very bad sprained ankle.
Yeah.
And as far as that groin pull,
Ooh.
Is that not one of the best Brett fucking interviews ever?
Listen, as much as I say Brett is a miserable fuck, he's our miserable fuck, and I love him to death.
You love him, bro. How could you not like that?
He is he called psychosis hypnosis.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Hypnosis. He's a serious wrestler. Who are you to doubt El Dandy? Dean Malenko in there. This is a groin pull like you've never seen before. Give me that Brett all day long, bro.
Dude.
Give me the Brett with the Gunther look when Gunther does that to him. I mean, how could you not love it? It's great. I love that Bret Hart. Sour Bret Hart is great too. Sometimes it just gets a little old.
When he was sipping that whiskey glass, talking shit about Hulk Hogan, even in his grave, I'm like, that's fucking Bret Hart.
That's our Bret.
You know?
That's our Bret right there.
There is no blow below the belt that he will not take.
Love me some Hitman. Watch some of his old stuff with Piper Henning the other day. They did great work. If you guys like Piper, pay attention to the Facebook here and the clips that are coming up over the next few days. I got some Piper gems coming up, maybe tomorrow or Friday, but definitely there's some great Piper gems coming up over the next few days. I went down like a Piper rabbit hole the other day, and
I love Piper.
Oh, he's so great.
Miss Piper.
His old Piper's Pit stuff, and I've seen him in the past, of course, but he did some hilarious interviews. One of the funniest ones, I'll give you a spoiler to one that I'm going to put out there, is with Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah.
Great, man. I think it was like 1985 or something like that he did, maybe 87. But he did one with Pee Wee Herman that was just showed how great Roddy Piper was.
Yep.
Just never going to get another Piper again.
No.
Never. The Dean part is the call by Brett for his court case that Brett and Sean had in Texas. I didn't know they had a court case in Texas. I don't know anything about that. Steiner Math is a great one, too. Scott Steiner promos are always over with me.
Yep.
Always over with him. What am I going to do? I'm going to play my guitar? I beat people up. Steiner Math, I could never do it.
No.
Could you do Steiner Math?
Absolutely not.
It's too complicated for me.
33 1/3%, and you take your 53 22%.
Samoa Joe comes in there, and he's 100% fat ass. I loved Speaking of Bully Ray, when he would make
Yeah.
fucking fun of Bully Ray, he would when he did he was the
Jelly donut.
he was the announcer for the people when they took over the show one day. Hailing from Dunkin' Donuts, from the land of obesity.
Yep.
Bully Ray. Scott Steiner, what a gem he was, bro.
Absolutely.
Some of the old classics. All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back from the break, we're going to talk our main topic for tonight. Our main topic tonight is going to be the man.
Hell yeah!
Oh hell yeah! Let's give a little love to Stone Cold tonight because it's 30 years of Austin 316 this week.
Yes, it is.
Is the date. I put it up on the Facebook page and the TikTok. Excuse me. So I put it up on our TikTok and our Facebook. But the promo that made him famous, the Austin 316. And it's been 30 years. Can't believe it, bro.
30 great fucking years of him being on the top. And he's still the most, probably, anytime he comes back. I mean, Austin will always be one of the most relevant people in wrestling. So
always. And I never get tired of talking about Stone Cold Steve Austin. So when we come back, let's talk some Steve memories. Let's talk about the 30 years of Austin a little bit. I know we've talked about him a million times on the show, but we never get tired of him. When I go down the Steve Austin rabbit hole, it just brings back so many great memories every time I watch him. I forget how amazing he was.
Yep.
Every time I watch old clips that I've seen so many times, you forget how damn good Stone Cold was, for sure.
Yep.
Guy was amazing. So when we come back, let's talk 30 years of Stone Cold, and we'll say about 5 to 10 we'll be back, guys. So don't go anywhere. We'll see you in a few. All right, everybody, we are back. We are back. We are back. Hopefully, everybody had a nice break. Good to see everybody back. The Goon versus Bret Hart on WWE Superstars 1996, November 16th. I'll definitely have to check that one out for sure. Oh my God, the cement mixer. Yeah, we'll get into memories here in a second. You brought a bunch of good ones up. Everybody who watches the show knows my GOAT is Hulk Hogan for me. But we know Sean's is Ric Flair. I think Jeremy's is probably Sting. I don't
Rewind's is Taz. Jude's
100%.
is The Undertaker.
Yep. Rand, who's your GOAT? You guys, His Airness, if you're still out there, buddy, you tell us who's your GOAT. Jeremy, is your if you're still out there,
Sting.
Sting your GOAT. Laza, who's your GOAT? I know you though. I've known you for 8 years now, and I've spent more time with you than any of my friends, week in and week out, for all of these years. You're my best friend in the whole world, and I guarantee you, you know me, I know you, and I know you love Hogan more than anything, and he's on your GOATs, but I know your GOAT is Stone Cold Steve Austin. Am I right?
You have to say it because of, Hulk Hogan. Man, he laid the road down, but I'll tell you what, Austin extended it to the furthest that had ever been extended before, and single-handedly, you could probably say, saved the WWF from going out of business. He is directly responsible for turning the tide in the Monday Night Wars. The storyline with Vince McMahon changed the game forever and drew the highest ratings ever. Kicked WCW's ass, even with the best storyline in the world with the NWO, and just shook the atmosphere of the wrestling business. Everybody always says that everything's been done in the wrestling business. They were saying it even back then. And when Stone Cold came along, he changed the game. And there's not many people that come and do that, especially nowadays. This generation needs their Stone Cold Steve Austin to keep people in this generation drawn into the product. And you need to look no further than whenever they have him come out. I mean, good God, they could wheel him out in a fucking wheelchair and have the glass break, and you'll still have the biggest pop of the night. Look at him against Kevin Owens at that Mania.
Amazing.
Still proved, even at his age to this day, can tear the fucking house down. Didn't miss a fucking beat. Probably had been, how many years was he out of the ring? 18 years, something like that? Something crazy?
Right around there, I would say. Maybe 18
years without a wrestling match, and it was the most talked about thing in WWE programming,
Say his name. He appears. Rewind's here, brother. What's going on? Taz is the real GOAT of pro wrestling. A lot of people say without Taz, Austin would have never had the attitude.
If you're talking about, he would get along great with Dustin Poirier. Rewind. Gets really drunk, would go into a tanning salon, do unspeakable things to young women. They'd get along great.
Oh, Jesus. You love to bring that one up.
Yep.
John, Natty is your GOAT. Just own it. Sting and Anderson is Jeremy's.
Yeah.
Let's see. Lazar said Stone Cold is probably the last big box office in wrestling since Hulk. Who's your GOAT though, Laz? I don't know if I missed it here, but who's your GOAT, buddy? Who are you throwing in there for your GOAT? I'm interested to hear your number one. We've heard of pretty much everybody's here right now. Stone Cold, to me, let me be honest though. I liked Stone Cold when he was out in WWE. I thought it was great. I was a WCW guy though, all day. So I was a Hogan guy. I didn't appreciate Stone Cold as much as I do now when he was around until I've gone back and rewatched the stuff through the years and until I've experienced it again. I loved Stone Cold when he was coming up, but he wasn't my guy in any way. If I went back in time and maybe was a little bit different, if I see things now the way I didn't see him then, Austin might very well have been my GOAT if I would have maybe seen things a little differently at the time. But Hogan was just it for me. You never could have changed my mind. I can understand why many people put Austin as the GOAT, even as the biggest Hogan mark that I am, for sure. So I can understand why people put him in there. And he has every reason to be in that competition with the greatest of all time. No denying it. Zero denying it. The stuff that he did in this short, people don't realize too about Austin's run is it really wasn't that long.
Well, and you got to understand something too. Everybody speaks about the storyline with Vince McMahon and how great it was. But honestly, Stone Cold did that with so many different wrestlers. You could go down the list. His opening story that he became the champion, with Shawn Michaels. Bret Hart, went to a different level with him. Triple H had great feuds with Triple H. Undertaker, great feuds with The Undertaker. Great feuds with Kane. Great feuds with Mick Foley. Incredible feud with Vince McMahon. Totally one of the greatest storylines of all time. But I got to be honest in the fact of The Rock and him were the lightning in the bottle that they caught. And that to me, The Rock versus Austin even surpasses Vince and Austin, in my opinion. Those two were cookie cut, made for each other, the yin to the yang. Some of the greatest promos that you'll ever see of all time. I can't tell you how many times I've watched the Limp Bizkit, My Way or the Highway, before Austin turned heel. Just the greatest time in professional wrestling when those two were on top and going at it, and they brought the best out of each other. I would go as far as to saying The Rock versus Austin was even more important to wrestling than Vince McMahon versus Austin.
That's a tough one right there. I'll say it's amazing to me, and I would think it's his number 2. I can't go against him and Vince as his best rivalry for me. Just it's too hard because it was the catalyst to him just going to the levels that he did was him and Vince. And let's be real too, what he did for Vince benefited off of it in every way. His company was dying. He saved the WWE. Stone Cold Steve Austin definitely saved the WWE.
Hands down.
Definitely.
The Undertaker, when he was champion,
man.
They were broke. When Shawn Michaels was champion, as touted as he is as the greatest performer, they were broke. Bret Hart, they were broke.
Yeah, they had to let Bret out of his contract because they couldn't afford to pay him $1 million a year or something like that.
I don't think you ever heard Vince McMahon bitching about how much he paid Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Nope. Not at all. I mean, they said even back in that day, like his percentages he was making off fucking merchandise. I've heard he made in the tens of millions a year just in merch alone.
I'll be honest with you, bro, and I don't think WWE appreciates Stone Cold enough.
I don't either.
I think what they did to him when they tried booking that Brock Lesnar match and stuff, and they said that he took his ball and he went home, they gave him the Ultimate Warrior treatment, but for the wrong guy. You know what I mean? I think they disrespected him so badly at that point in time, and he deserved more. I think Stone Cold's another one that you should be sending 5% of your check to. Him and Scott Hall are literally, Hulk Hogan, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, those guys. They shaped the business. They shaped the pay structure and stuff. And so every wrestler should be thanking those guys. That's for sure.
Laza's got I could 100% agree with Laza here about Bret Hart, talking about him with Austin. He made Stone Cold what he was too. That match at WrestleMania, we have watched it so many times through the years here. It's one of the best matches, in my opinion, of all time that I enjoy watching. Is that match? I think it was WrestleMania 13 where they had the match with Stone Cold and Bret Hart, and it was the I Quit match, right?
Yeah,
it was an I Quit match between them, and of course Austin never taps out, but he passed out from the blood. The moments in that match alone were just the greatest. And what it did for Stone Cold's career, even losing at that point to Bret helped make him what he was. And that's why he
credits him for that too.
Oh, absolutely. And Bret has never said anything but the greatest things about Stone Cold too. Talk about two guys that know what that rivalry meant for their careers is those guys. And Austin loves Bret Hart. Didn't Bret induct him in the Hall of Fame?
I thought Vince did, but maybe you're right. Maybe it was Bret.
Yeah, I believe it was Bret that inducted him, or it might have been Stone Cold that inducted Bret, one or the other. You guys tell me in the audience if you remember. But my God, man, those two were just magic every time that they were out there for sure. Austin versus Pillman's a great story that set the stage for the Attitude Era. I agree with you on that for sure. It's a shame we never got the payoff.
Rewind, you're getting me itchy to get back into figures, man. I saw that set. Holy shit. That set is awesome. They got Shamrock in the guest referee, and yeah, it's a great set.
I haven't seen that one yet. I got to check that out.
It's a good one.
That's pretty awesome. I bet you that's a cool as hell one right there.
Yeah.
The money that he makes, like you said, still to this day.
I still buy fucking Stone Cold merch.
I just bought a Stone Cold shirt last year.
Yeah.
And there's other ones that I want to grab.
I've got a Phoenix 316 shirt. I got,
Let's be real as wrestling fans here and longtime wrestling fans that we are. And we're just fans. That's all we are. We're just fans. We love to talk about wrestling and have a good time. When we did this test when we were in Las Vegas, I had an NWO shirt on one day when we were walking around during the day. It was hot out. We just put a couple of T-shirts on. I rocked that NWO shirt on, Richie. And what did complete strangers come up and do? Yeah, you were there.
Oh yeah.
I've been in Costa Rica. I've been in Korea. I've been in the Philippines, amongst many other places that when I've worn an NWO shirt, somebody says something every single time, guaranteed. When you go out in fucking third world countries across the world, people will know the NWO. And it's the same with Austin. They see an Austin 316 sub, it instantly gets their attention because they're legends of the business. And Stone Cold, the mark that he made on this business never gets enough love. And I agree with you 100%, man.
I don't think so either. I don't think he's appreciated enough.
People know Austin and they know his merch. Even as casual wrestling fans, they knew Stone Cold Steve Austin for sure. Yep. Stone Cold inducted Brett and Vince inducted Austin. All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that. Yeah, I knew it was one or the other on them. So Austin inducted Hart. That's the respect that they have for one another. For Austin to come out and do that for you. Did Stone Cold ever do a Piper's Pit style thing in WWE with the popularity of the Stone Cold podcast? I would have loved to have seen it, but I don't think they've ever done anything like that with him. He just does his show, and I don't think he really does his show anymore either for them. I haven't seen him come out with a Broken Skull Sessions in ages. Have you?
No, and that's the downfall of it is those were some of my favorite WWE Network features. You know what I mean? The Stone Cold podcast was great. He went through that controversy with Roddy Piper, which is really shitty because those two are a couple of my favorites and stuff like that. So, yeah, I don't know, man. Oh, Rewind, you got that belt?
I haven't seen this either.
That is fucking cool. You guys should see the new Stone Cold belts. Those are awesome.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh man, you should pull that up while we're talking here.
Bloodstone belt.
Yeah, his new belt that they just released, and they did two other versions recently too that are incredible. But $700 is pretty steep for a belt. Not gonna lie, unless it's numbered. I hope it's numbered. But anyway, dude, I mean, when you're talking about the greats and stuff like that, I don't think there's one wrestling fan out there that won't mention Stone Cold, at least in their top three, like I don't think there's a wrestling fan out there that doesn't acknowledge him,
All right, Rewind. Tell me if this is it right here. I'm going to pop it up on the screen. Is this the belt that you guys are talking about? Is that it?
I think that is.
I mean, that's really cool. I'll say that for sure. It's really cool. I don't know about $700 though.
Yeah, that's steep, but that's a badass belt. They took an incredible belt and they made it better.
The Bloodstone one's not numbered. Yeah, it's a beautiful belt though. I'll say that. Boy, they got some fucking balls with the prices they charge for shit. Yep, that's it right there.
I got to show you this one Stone Cold belt they had a while back. Let's see, I think it's the Legacy one the Legacy series they were doing. Yeah.
Rewind says they saw me from a mile away. I mean, I love seeing people when you like something, you go and go get it. That's awesome, though. Belts are something I love too, but I just don't have the real estate to put them up.
I think this one here is. I think Rewinds that he got is great, but I think this one here is even better. I don't know if you can see that.
I can see it pretty good.
But it's like a Terminator style skull. And then it literally comes in this fucking skull case.
That's fucking sweet right there.
Yeah, and those are numbered. So
that's how much do those go for?
I think. Well, the thing is they sell them for like $700-800 when they first come out, but because they're numbered, belt collectors will pay $2,500 for them.
Think about what they'll be worth if you hold on to it for a while too.
They came out with some sweet Undertaker ones. My favorite Legacy belt that they did, if you guys ever get a chance to look at this one, go look at the Brothers of Destruction belt that they did. You should pull that up. It's it's fucking incredible what they did with that one. That one is probably the best fucking wrestling belt I've ever seen.
Let's see.
Brothers of Destruction Tag Team Legacy belt.
Let's see what we got. Oh, this is it. This is pretty fucking sweet right here.
That is the coolest belt I've ever fucking seen.
Tell me if this is it right here.
And I'm a Stone Cold Mark.
Is this it right here? Is this it?
Let's see. That's the one, dude. And if you
badass.
That's not even doing it justice. If you show the strap on the back picture, like, dude, it's got the I mean, you can see it right. Yeah.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Look at that, dude.
Is that it?
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking cool right there.
Yeah, and then on the back it says Brothers of Destruction. It's fucking sick.
Is the Smoking Skull belt of Austin's your favorite for him?
Is it my favorite for Stone Cold?
Or just in general? Is it your favorite belt in general?
I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. Is it my? It's a close favorite. My favorite belt of all time is the tag team belt that you just saw.
Look at your phone at the pictures Rewind just sent us with the belt in here. The case alone that it comes in the Austin 316 one is fucking badass.
Oh my god! And then the back of that strap is
the strap. The inside of
I have that T-shirt.
Insane.
Yeah, I have that T-shirt.
Wow, that is beautiful. I can see why you spent that Rewind.
Man,
that is a beautiful belt.
That's a conversation piece. Rewind, you're stepping your collection up, man.
He's not just stepping it up. He's making a name for himself right now.
Dude, that's a beautiful belt. I'm not gonna lie. That's money well spent.
Yeah, I'm pretty jealous of that one. Looking at that that, but that Brothers of Destruction one too. And I'm not even a big mark for Kane and the Undertaker. That is a bad fucking belt too.
Bad fucking belt.
They're just the price of them is insane.
You know, it's a beautiful thing to me because
good for you.
When he first started coming on the show and stuff like that, he hadn't been to a wrestling event. He wasn't watching wrestling. Didn't have any fucking merch. Now he's got a Linda McMahon shirt with a fucking Stone Cold Blood from a Stone belt. You know, like it's cool to see, man. I'm glad you found your love for wrestling back.
I am throwing a white IC title out there if you're interested. Rewind. I don't have the real estate for it anymore, and it just sits in my closet.
A cool belt.
Yeah, it is a really nice one. I just don't have the real estate for it right now, and then we're working on kids and stuff. And if we have kids, I got to kind of give up my space here for the baby. If we have one again, so I have to downsize on a lot of my stuff too because just don't have the space for it. So if you're interested in the white one, I got it. I'd even sell it for like $200 to you. It's in mint shape. If you're looking for another belt to your collection, just let me know. I love belts. Like I said, I just don't have the space for them right now, like I used to.
Right.
12 belts though is good for you on that one. I love the big gold belts too.
Yeah.
Think of where you're gonna get, in the near future. Rewind. You're gonna keep adding. It's gonna get better and better for you.
I'm telling you, dude. Before you know it, your collection gets massive, and you just look at it, and it's an amazing feeling because you put it all together.
Yeah. It's your vision and what you like. That's the fun of it. I like these sports belts they do, Jeremy, too. I think they're really fucking sweet that they do. They really got it down pat for sure on the belts. But let's go back and talk some Austin memories here for a little bit. Let's go to a few of everybody's favorite Austin memories here. Let me just come back to the beginning. Let's go. The cement mixer in Vince's car. Great moment. You remember that one, right? With this Corvette?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Any beer bath was tremendous for sure.
I just want to make a recommendation real quick for Rewind, if you don't mind.
Go for it.
Rewind, get if you want to display your belts the coolest way possible, this is just my opinion, get the Detolf shelves if you have an IKEA in your area. They're great cases. They stack up on top of each other with the shelves. You get lights. Get you some velvet pillows. Put them in there on the bottom there and put the belts in there. Turn the lights on at night, dude. I tell you, it's one of the coolest displays you can have in your house. So,
yeah, they're fucking badass, man. That would look cool as hell. With the 12 belt collection, you'd have a really nice one to kind of display in your house for sure.
Yep.
Throwing the icy belt in the river. Good moment for sure. His feud with Vince kept me tuning in, as it did a lot of people, Sean, for sure. Stone Cold making Vince piss himself. Yes.
Anytime Stone Cold drove his truck to the ring with the logos on it and everything like that was some of my favorite moments. Like when he did it to the Nation of Domination, he ran the gauntlet and beat the shit out of them. He threw D'Lo through the fucking windshield. It was so cool.
Give me one of your favorite Austin moments.
One of mine?
Yeah.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you that one of my favorite moments came later on, and I didn't appreciate it too much at the time. But his heel turn, his whole heel turn, I had to go back and rewatch. At the beginning of last year, I started it, and dude, he talked so low about that time in his career and stuff like that, and how he wished he would have never done it and stuff. So I had to go back and watch it. People don't appreciate that run enough, man. He did some comedic shit that was hilarious, stuff with Tajiri, the WCW Alliance and shit like that.
Kurt Angle.
Kurt Angle. He whipped, he whipped Taz with a belt in the fucking ring. How great can you get on that? But yeah, the stuff with Kurt Angle when, they're sitting there singing Kumbaya and shit, like, man. Yeah, Austin's heel run was so underappreciated, man.
Kurt in a cowboy hat with him.
Oh man, Jimmy Crack Corn, and I don't care.
Okay, Jimmy Crack Corn. I'm
Olympic gold.
I got to go with his airness here. This is one of my favorite moments. The stuff with Mike Tyson.
Yeah,
I mean, Mike Tyson still to this day is a huge name. Was evident was by his Netflix fight with Jake Paul last year. As bad as it was. That stuff with Mike Tyson was fucking tremendous.
That's where Rewind got his love for vlogging people, dude. He watched his goat get fucking whipped by Austin in the middle of the ring with a belt.
Are we there's a little psychology behind his fetishes, right?
Yep.
Oh, man. Ricky, you're doing good here, man.
I'm trying.
You're trying. You're pulling out some good stuff here.
Telling you.
Let's see. Let me go to a few more here. Start scrolling back down through, guys. I didn't mean to miss any of your comments if I did. Let's see. Love the shotgun with Stone Cold versus Terry Funk. I don't remember that one. Do you?
I don't remember that.
Let's see. Sean says, Austin stunning all the McMahons. How can you beat that right there?
Yeah, I got to say, I think another one of my favorite moments was the only title reign in the Attitude Era that Kane actually got was the First Blood match with Austin.
Okay.
That was a cool moment because they had the Hell in a Cell with Mick Foley and shit, and then Austin did that match with Kane, and then you run it back on Raw and Austin gets the title back really quickly. Then you start the storyline whereas The Undertaker and Kane in cahoots, culminating to one of my favorite matches, which was the Buried Alive match between Austin and The Undertaker. So
I don't remember that match at all.
Oh my God, we got to do a watch along.
Okay, maybe we can do that one. You want to do it next week?
Oh, dude, you've never seen the Buried Alive match with The Undertaker and Austin?
Not that I can recall. I probably did, but I can't recall.
Oh my God,
you want to do it next week,
dude? We have to now. I mean, we have to, right?
I'm sure I probably have seen it. I just can't remember it offhand.
Yeah.
So I just probably can't remember it offhand. The Vincent stuff in the hospital when Austin came in with a bedpan and cracked him. I'll take it from here, nurse.
When he jammed the fucking enema stick up his ass.
Vince is just selling that. Good moments here too. Jeremy mentions Austin with Booker T in the church and the priest booth. I love their fight through the supermarket that they had.
That was a price check on a jackass.
Clean up in aisle 10, you bag of. He's stomping
when he's chugging the milk. Thanks, Book.
Yep. Austin, Chris Adams, WCCW back in the world class days. Yeah, I mean Chris Adams was his trainer too, for sure. And people don't remember how great Chris Adams was in his time too. That's a name people forget.
Let's not forget the moment on Raw with Brian Pillman, where everybody thought that somebody actually got shot. Yeah.
People were calling the police on him, thinking there was a murder that happened on television.
Yeah, Stone Cold with the beer truck. Yep.
He had to be held down by 3 people. That's why Austin whipped him and took it like a man.
Not only that, dude, there was the great moment when he drove the Zamboni to the ring.
Yeah.
And he jumped over all those police. I'll never forget being in
Leaps
my
over 'em.
bedroom as a kid and watching that moment and hearing JR scream, "Austin got McMahon! Austin got McMahon!"
And he just jumps over them and just starts getting on top of Vince and just pummeling him.
What a beautiful fucking moment,
Oh,
dude.
so good, man. So fucking good. Rand says Stone Cold at MSG driving the truck in the top part of the arena and blasting AC/DC, calling out The Rock in the first part of their feud. I mean, there's just so many good ones. WrestleMania 14 kickstarts the Attitude Era. They took the train off after that with Austin for sure. Vince McMahon interviewing Stone Cold before Vince became the full heel when Stone Cold stunned Vince was great leading to their feud. What?
When he blew up the DX Express.
Yep. That bedpan shot, Sean, is Vince taking it all the way too. There's no sound effects to that one. That's the best part of that.
You gotta go listen to the story be told by him too. It's great. He's like, I didn't want to hit him with it, but he told me, give him a good one. Yeah.
Hit it real. Take it.
Yep.
Went all over the arena. Dude loved turning on Stone Cold with a feud. It was a great war. I loved him and Foley too. They were great together. That could have been on a pay-per-view, but it was on a SmackDown Supermarket. Yeah, Buried Alive match was on every Austin DVD, so it must have been one of his all-time best ones for sure. Look forward to checking it out next week. And once again, as you mentioned, the Glock 9 incident, of course. Celebrity death match for him. One of, if not the loudest pop I think I've ever heard, not just from him, but in professional wrestling, was when Austin came out and saved Stephanie from The Undertaker when he had her on the cross.
So it's funny that somebody brought up the celebrity death match. One of the coolest fucking items in my wrestling collection that I still have to this day. I actually got in touch with the creator of Celebrity Deathmatch. And I was talking to him about the show and stuff like that. I was actually trying to get him on Wrestling Anonymous years back. And he was willing to come on, but then, we quit the show and all that stuff. But anyhow, the creator of Celebrity Deathmatch ended up sending me 2 of the original sketch sheets of Stone Cold and The Rock from the show.
Wow.
And then 2 of the actual lithographs that were numbered that they used on the show for the production of Stone Cold and The Rock.
That's badass.
Dude. I was trying to get the clay figure that he had of The Rock, but I couldn't get it from him for, I think he ended up wanting like $3,000 for it.
Woo! Did he give you those or sell you those things?
He gave me the prints, the art prints, and the actual sketch sheets that he used to draw those up.
That's fucking awesome.
I still have those in my collection. Those are prized possessions right there.
Did you have a piece of his razor or something from him and Brett too in your collection that he signed?
Yeah.
Is that you?
Yep.
Yeah.
Then I have his knee brace. The knee brace isn't as cool as like if it was in a Mania match. It was from when he was Sheriff Austin. Still cool nonetheless. I had an opportunity to get his rookie stunning Steve Austin trunks from WCW. Didn't pick those up, but I do have an 8x10 that's signed by him and that's addressed to Austin from The Rock that The Rock gave him on their first WrestleMania match, and he inscribed it on the back. It says, "Greatness is a word that they just don't understand," and then The Rock signed it to Austin.
That's fucking awesome right there.
Yeah. So
flip you dial over to Celebrity Death Match. Open up your own can of whoop ass, and that's the bottom line. What's up, Chris? Good to see you, my friend. Hopefully you're doing well, brother. He is the master collector, everyone. That's for sure. He was until he sold off his stuff. He had one of the greatest things I've seen. I mean, like 3 rooms in his house. I'm not just talking about little rooms. Garages full of stuff. Like
it was retarded.
You still got a lot. So
I still have a lot, but I'll never have that collection again. That shit was
you never know. You never know. You should have the Celebrity Deathmatch creator appear. If Rich can get him, great.
Yeah, I mean, I still have his contact information. I could reach out to him and see if we can
line it up. But I'd be down for that. That'd be real cool.
Interesting guy. A lot of cool wrestling. He was a total wrestling mark, like we are. I mean, obviously, that's what inspired him with this show and stuff. But yeah, man, cool dude.
Even when you go as far back in Austin's career, which a lot of people don't give enough love to his WCW run as Stunning Steve Austin, I thought Stunning Steve could have been a world champ over there. Yeah, the Hollywood fucking blondes. I mean, him and Pillman were great together. I mean, Steve has had a tremendous career everywhere he's been. What's your all-time favorite moment if you had to pick him for Austin, though?
I think my all-time favorite moment, let's see, probably I gotta say probably the first Rock versus Austin match.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I think that was one of the most well done WrestleMania matches of all time.
Okay.
And you don't get like, Hogan and Sting, the match didn't live up. Tons of matches over the years that they build this whole year around, right? They never live up. This one was so perfect to the story and so good. And The Rock, it made The Rock a made man. It single-handedly elevated The Rock to superstardom, Austin did for The Rock what Bret Hart did for Austin in that match. And it literally created this mega conglomerate of WWE that we know today on a global scale. It's a lot what Connor did for UFC, for WWE, what Austin and The Rock did. And that's why I say the yin to the yang, because those two guys changed the landscape of the business and they elevated each other. Like in a rivalry like The Rock versus Triple H, they had the rivalry and it printed money, but not on the level of these two. These two, it was like a perfect storm landing in a bottle and capturing it, and you rode that shit, and it elevated WWE to a different level, and they did it for each other, if that makes sense. Whereas The Rock and Triple H actually had heat, The Rock and Austin brought the best out of each other in the ring. That's my opinion.
Yeah, definitely. I'll say for me, what's going on, Mike? Good to see you, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
I gotta say, for me, my favorite Austin moment goes back to that match with Bret Hart. That I would say, it's one of my all-time favorite matches in general, and just the way they had that match lined up, and it was perfection in the ring. It literally was. It was a master class on how to work, and it was by two of the all-time greats. His stuff with The Rock, phenomenal. Triple H, Undertaker, go down the list, phenomenal. Just something about him and Bret and the moments they shared. I got to be there for one of them when he jumped Bret, and when Bret had the leg injury, and they had to load him up in the ambulance, and Austin was driving the ambulance or whatever at the end. I was actually there live for that as a kid. I remember it was really just a cool moment, and I got to witness him multiple times as a kid. Going up and seeing him at his heyday, and just the memories of Steve because of his feuds with Bret. To me, that's why I love their stuff the most and their moments. I got to give probably my second favorite moment though. Is what somebody said earlier. It's that hospital bit with him hitting Vince on the head with the bedpan and the stuff. Just one of my funniest moments of his career for me. Yeah. But let's see, 92 WCW was awesome. I agree. I like WCW in 92. That's when I really kind of started to watch it a lot more, Chris. I always will be a WCW guy. Dude, I was watching Stunning Steve in 91 when he had hair down to his lower back. Then a year later, he joins Paulie Dangerously's New Dangerous Alliance with Rick Rude as the leader. And he was money in there, too. Hollywood Blondes, tremendous tag team despite their short run. There was a lot of time left for them. They could have done a lot more, but it just wasn't meant to be. My favorite all-time Stone Cold was Stone Cold helping Mick win the W. Great moment right there. How do we forget that one?
Yep.
How do we forget the fucking pop for that when he came out? Vince and Shane.
The chair shot that he gave, too.
Oh, my God. He laid him out. And The Rock, how he sold that shit, too.
Yep. Or when he stunned fucking Santa Claus on TV.
Oh, only Austin. Only Austin could do that, especially that babe Linda McMahon, too, when he stunned Linda McMahon.
Yep.
Fuck, let's be real. The president of the United States, Donald Trump, got Stone Cold stunned, too.
Yep. Not many people can say that.
Austin faced Macho in WCW, and that was passing on the torch where Austin pissed off starting the show and his stuff from then on. I don't remember the match between them. That's cool. The Monday after Mania 13 was amazing because Stone Cold told Bret, "You have to kill me to be through with me." I love it. Typical Stone Cold. Love the show. You guys bring back a lot of memories. Bless you both. Hey, thanks, Michael. Appreciate it, bro. Thank you so much. We really appreciate that.
Welcome to the show.
Hitman Stone Cold at Mania is my favorite match from both. Tremendous. Love it. Got to see Austin wrestle at the Kemper Arena. He wrestled the
Oh,
Taker.
what a match.
Man,
what a match.
Can't beat any of these ones right here. Stunning Steve, Ricky, and Ricky Steamboat in WCW was great from his WCW run. Great pickup too, Laz. A phenomenal match if you guys never watched. He had a pretty good feud with Ricky Steamboat for a while.
Yeah,
and
two
Ricky
technical wrestlers.
Oh, yeah, and Ricky's one of the all-time greats in the ring.
Yeah.
How many bad fucking Ricky Steamboat matches have you ever seen?
None.
Oh, wait. A billionaire bitch slap. God, yeah. I mean, there's just so much he did. And the crazy part is, like I said earlier, is his run in WWE on the top like this was about 8 years, maybe 8 years. And he had a little bit of time for injuries in there and stuff too. So it wasn't as long as other people, but boy, he made a mark in the short period of time he was doing it, right?
Fucking did.
Have you heard the rumor of the Hollywood Blondes supposedly joining the Four Horsemen? I did not, but wouldn't that have been great? Wouldn't that have been a great addition for them as kind of like the modern day Arn and Tully for them?
Wouldn't have surprised me.
It would have been great. Would have been better than Paul Roma.
Yep.
So would have loved that. It's ECW shoot promo against Bischoff and Hulk and all WCW. Yeah, it's ECW. ECW really gave him to the next level to get back on WWE. I mean, only Austin could recover from that awful ringmaster gimmick they gave him too.
You know, it's crazy because that had to have been the biggest miss of Bischoff's career, you know?
Yeah. I mean, it's nice to see that they were able to, kind of mend fences.
I'll pose this question to you. Does Stone Cold even happen if he didn't have the bitterness of being fired by FedEx from WCW?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not. I mean, it forced him to go to ECW to kind of recreate himself a little bit, work on his craft, work on finding things that he can do to get to the next level. He was not content with his career. And then to be able to get over once again from the ringmaster after that. But without that sourness and anger he felt inside of him, probably wouldn't have got to that level.
Yep.
Probably wouldn't have got to that level at all. And then that promo that he cuts at King of the Ring that kicks it off, of course, that was 30 years ago. I think the other day, 2 days ago or something like that.
Right.
I mean, if he doesn't cut that promo and just does a masterclass at a promo once again and just nails it, where's it go from there?
Where's it go from there?
Just another King of the Ring, probably.
Yep.
And if I remember correctly, in '96, before the curtain call thing, it was supposed to be Triple H that got it.
Triple H.
Yeah. What if Triple H didn't get out there for the curtain call? Would we have got Austin 316?
Who knows?
Yeah. Old school legend, 100%. Yeah. Pillman had lived and stayed in WWF with Owen after Montreal. Austin Pillman would have easily been 50% more money than Austin McMahon at Ministry of Darkness.
I don't know about that.
It would have done good money, though.
It would have done good money.
They would have had a great feud between those two. Great feud. Would have done really, really
And
good.
I'll be honest with you, I think Austin versus the Ministry of Darkness was a flop, in my opinion.
Okay. WWF goes out of business without Austin, for sure.
Without Austin, for sure.
Yeah, the strap match with Savio, for sure. That was a hard-hitting match that they had. Savio was a tough competitor in his day. There's just
let's
so
do
much.
this. What's a dream match scenario that never happened with Austin that you would have liked to see?
I mean, it's got to be Hogan. It's got to be for me. It's got to be a Hogan. You know, I mean, it's just they were too big of names that they couldn't really, they could never come to an agreement. If you're looking at modern day guys who I would have liked to have seen Austin work with for modern day guys, maybe. I mean, I don't think him and Cody Rhodes would be really good. I wouldn't really want to see that. The stuff with maybe him and Roman Reigns would have been good. I don't know. Other than that, I got to go with Hogan, 100%. Modern day wise, maybe Austin and Roman Reigns would be something I'd like to see. Oh, I got a good one. Might surprise you. Another great one that would be just for the war on the mic that I think would be wonderful. I'm going to go outside of WWE. What about him and MJF together? That would be some good shit right there with him and MJF together too.
That'd be a good one.
I mean, got to be Hogan though for my top one. What about you?
I got to go right off the rip. It's something I always wanted to see, both of them in their primes. I got to go Roddy Piper versus Austin.
Love it.
If I'm doing a modern guy, I'm probably going Austin versus Punk.
Yeah, that's what Rewind just said.
Yeah, Austin versus Punk I think would have been great. But even furthermore than that, if you're going modern people, I want to go somebody. I think I want to go somebody different. Let me think for a second here. I think Austin, on a modern day level.
It's hard because
John Moxley.
Well, they don't like each other. they don't like
or
each other.
or LA Knight, because I think the story that you tell with that is when LA Knight was on Tough Enough, Austin basically told him he wasn't going to draw a dime in the business. Kind of like how Eric Bischoff said the same thing about Austin. So I think that would be a cool story to tell.
Interesting. I do like this one you guys mentioned though with Punk and Austin. I think Punk and Austin would be a great one too.
Yeah.
Imagine the war of words between those guys.
It kind of like I like Kevin Owens and I understand why they did it, but it kind of sucks that we kind of, you had the Kevin Owens match, but you didn't have the Punk match.
Yeah. Stone Cold and Orton too. That'd be a fun one.
Yeah.
Legend Killer versus the Legend. Boy, they'd have some fucking back and forth between those two for sure.
Yeah.
That would be great.
I think Bray Wyatt versus Austin would have been a good one too.
Good matchup. I like that too. Rewind says it's Hogan Austin all day though. The match that never happened in the modern would be Punk. Yeah. Good pick. Yep. Stone Cold, Arn Anderson. They probably had some matches in WCW, I would bet. Or maybe they were in the same alliance, I think, when they were in the Dangerous Alliance too. They'd be fun though. Anybody with Arn's fun. Steamboat
Austin versus Gunther.
Interesting. I like that one. Gunther would not back down from him, that's for sure. They'd have a hard-hitting fucking matchup between those guys. Yeah. Michael's going to go with Rowdy Piper on that one.
Yep.
Austin Arn happened, WCW, okay. Yep, that's what I thought. Stone Cold Barry Windham, interesting matchup there too. Darby Allin, I'm not a Darby fan really, but Darby would make it fun, but Austin would crush him, I would hope. I couldn't see Darby Allin going over on him.
Yeah.
I just couldn't see him
Not
going
on that
over.
one. Not on that one.
Yeah. I mean, but a lot of good matchups there for him. Stone Cold, LA Knight. There's 3 of you guys now that have said Stone Cold and LA Knight. It just goes to beg the question is when people love LA Knight, they don't do anything with him.
Don't put him in a match against Seth Rollins because we all know what would happen to him.
Oh, man. All right, guys. Good topic tonight. Great discussion on the Stone Cold, the man, the myth, the legend, the Cold Stone Steve Austin, as Danhausen would call him. Cold Stone.
I'm not even going to reply to that.
Hey, you got to. Danhausen says it. You don't want to get cursed by him.
I don't want to get cursed by him. You're right. So Danhausen, you say whatever you want. Pepsi Phil, fucking Cold Stone, Dwayne Johnson,
Hangman in Austin. Interesting. Yeah, it was a good topic tonight, guys. I just it just popped into my mind when I was putting videos up this week. I hear Abby's on his last leg right here for the Abdullah too. I heard he's in really rough shape. I know he's been for a long time, but the coldest of stones, as Broken Matt would say. Yeah, Stone Cold MJF. Lots of good ones, guys. Appreciate all the interaction as always, and appreciate all you guys' points of view and perspectives on stuff. Fun show tonight, as always. Richie, closing thoughts, my friend.
Appreciate you all, man, coming out and showing up to the show. I'm almost moved into this house. I got to get my office set up, so you'll be seeing me in better lighting, better positioning in my office once I get it all set up. And you're going to get to see my wrestling shit. I've got it partially at the house. I'm going to display it in the background and stuff like that, so it's going to look more like what John has behind him, but on a massive scale. With posters and autographs and all kinds of different shit. So more giveaways to come. Get Joey's stuff out there. I think we're going to be doing some booking shit here, fantasy booking. Austin versus The Undertaker, Buried Alive match. I can't believe my buddy hasn't seen it, or if he has seen it, he forgot about it. Incredible time in wrestling. So I'm excited, dude. And then you got all the UFC fights coming up. So good news ahead, man.
I don't want me no part of Austin, Sean. What? I don't want no part of him.
That's he wants all of Natalia. There's nothing left.
Me and her in a dungeon match. Literally.
Oh, I bet you would. You'd flog the shit out of her.
I'd have to get Rewind to train me for that one.
Yep.
All right, guys. Been a blast as always. Had a lot of fun. Thanks so much for coming out and joining us on this Wednesday night. We hope everybody has a great rest of the week. And we'll come back next week later on next week. Same time, same place. We'll talk some Austin again as we're going to watch the Buried Alive match. I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to see if I actually remember it, if I've ever seen it or not. But either way, I'm definitely looking forward to it. So it's going to be a good time next week. Anytime we're talking Stone Cold, it's always a good time. And anytime with you guys is an even better time. So
sounds like a Wednesday night for Rewind, he says.
Good show, boys. Had a blast. World is still here. That's a good thing. I'd be a referee in that dungeon match. It sounds like a Wednesday night. All right, guys. You guys are awesome. Be good. Be safe. We'll see you on the next episode. Make sure you like this video, whether you're watching it on YouTube or Facebook. Hit that thumbs up, subscribe, all that good stuff. We'll catch you guys next week.